Alright, if you're streamer and you know it, go and stream. If you're streamer and you know it, go and stream. If you're streamer and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're streamer and you know it, go stream. Do. Live now, day 8. Okay, post. And just gotta post it to my Discord server. See how many more people come on. Day 8 live now. Okay. There we go. Alright, so post it to my Discord server as well as my wow, normal account. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna need to bring up the cheat sheet because it's been a while since I streamed Final Fantasy 1. I've been actually either very busy or doing at least 2 streams of Persona 4. And when I say Persona 4, I mean Persona 4 Original. Okay, here's my cheat sheet. I have an extra tab open, apparently. Okay. Now, where art thou, my black mage? Fighter, knight, nope. Oh, wait, I scrolled down too far. Okay, here we go. Black mage. Okay, let's see. Black mage. Okay, so for this one run, we're going from level 25 to level 26. So at level 26, only intelligence and luck is guaranteed to level up. So we're using this level to make sure that we min-max agility and vitality, pretty much. And if we can get strength on us, that'd be even greater, but probably not going to happen. Alright, so we're going to resume as well as reset because who knows where I am. So we're going to continue. Alright, time to get the most burning part out of the way. The grind. Okay, so 22 EXP left to level up. So we're pretty much just mid-maxing a 1 in 16 chance for agility and vitality to go up. And even though strength is not guaranteed... strength is not the priority here, but if we're still able to get strength, then that's great. And if not, well, we just gotta keep resetting until we get nothing but agility and vitality. Wait, what the heck? Okay, for some reason, the controls weren't working. Okay. There we go. Okay, I should make sure that I actually am live. Hold on. But yeah, for anyone who is watching the stream right now, don't hesitate to leave a comment. So after we get this grind done for level 26, we're going to attempt the Volcano dungeon. Okay, it seems like everything is live. Okay, intelligence and luck. Yep, those are the only 2 stats that are guaranteed to go up, so we just keep resetting until only agility and vitality goes up. Honestly, didn't really get that much sleep. So hopefully I'm not too asleep for this stream. But that's all the more reason why I have coffee. And oh jeez, okay. Just add some coffee and I already feel my entire body just tingling. Agility, intelligence. Okay. Nice. We get the 1 in 16 chance on the very second try. Okay. Yes, more of that, please. More of that. Oh, man. I'm already having good RNG as is. Now, there's all my good RNG right there, and I'm going to have a difficult time against the goddamn boss fight. Alright. So now we're going to make our way to the volcano, and even though we don't have to complete the volcano and we could just do the Ice Cavern next, I'm not fully confident in completing the Ice Cavern next. Now, in the previous stream, I actually already did a plundering visit within the Ice Cave. And by doing that, I essentially... Or not the Ice Cave, the volcano. And by doing the initial plundering visit in the volcano, I essentially cleared all the chests within the second room. But honestly, it's mostly for no reason, other than to just get more... Oh, wait, hold on. I need to make sure I'm stocked on potions and such. Okay, 99 potions, 41 pures, 68 tens. Okay, we're good. We're good. And actually, just to make sure, let's see. So level 27, agility is guaranteed. But we're not going to bother leveling up to that level unless we can't beat the volcano. And then consider whether or not if we should do like the ice cave. Now, the one thing's for sure is that... Jesus Christ. Clear my throat. I only just woke up. So, one thing's for sure is that if we're gonna do the ice cave, we have to make sure that we're over 300 HP, which thankfully we are. But of course, with us relying on 99 potions to keep healed and all that, we just gotta make sure that we are more than 300 HP, because we need to have that 300 HP to guarantee that we kill off Evil Eye in the ice cave in one shot. But right now, we're not focused on the ice cave yet. We're mainly just focused on getting through the volcano, and I think the boss fight is like Marilesh or Carrie or something like that. So we want to focus on getting through her first. Da da da. Okie dokie. Actually, I don't have my headphones on, just realizing. There we go. Now I can hear the sound chips beeping off. Good times, good times. Okay. So thankfully it should be a while before we get another level up, so... Yeah, it's definitely going to be a while before we can get another level up. Before I sleep at the end, let me just see if there's anything worthwhile buying in here. I mean, there's cabins. But yeah, we're fully stocked on potions. I don't know if there's any enemies that can poison me, so I guess stocking up on a few things of pures wouldn't hurt. And you know what? I guess cabins, because why not? Houses are too expensive, and right now I need to conserve my money, so that way I can get some useful armor. And get the later spells once I eventually are able to get to the airship. Oh my god, how many people are messaging me? Jeez, I'm not that popular. Okay, there we go. Oh, shoot, hold on. There we go. I just realized I clicked off the screen that I was on. Oh, cool, I get a player advantage, so I can run away. Nice. Wait. I remember to save, right? I mean, I can tell if I have, like, fully stocked magic. Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, maybe I just didn't recognize the HP value because I didn't see how much we leveled up since leveling up. Hey, Draco Steven. How you doing, buddy? Alright, so we're gonna pretty much prioritize the volcano level, and then after the volcano level, we'll be heading towards the Ice Cavern. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat the volcano or not. I might be too underleveled for it, but it's all the more reason to see if we're able to, in order to see if we need to grind more. And if we need to grind more, we can either A, grind more, or B, go to the Ice Cavern instead. Why Black Mage only? Well, because the three hardest classes in the game is pretty much the Black Mage, White Mage, and the hardest class in the game is the Thief. Now, White Mage, there's already a really good run done by Game Champ 3000 that you can watch. The thief is a big hell no, because apparently the thief is like one of the hardest classes in the game. Okay. And I'm gonna reset here because that was like an instant spawn. But yeah, the reason why I'm not doing the white mage is because the white mage has already been done in a good run by Game Champ 3000. And the reason why I'm not doing the thief is because the thief is, well, let's just say the worst class to solo run. And the reason why I'm doing the black mage is because, well, since the black mage is like one of the more difficult classes to level up, it'll definitely be the most interesting, and considering his versatility with like magic and all that, and not to mention he has such a cute design. I really like the black mage design. I don't know. I just want to be able to do a solo run with the good old black mage. I mean, technically we can do some of the other runs, like the Soul Thief, the warrior. No, not warrior. Okay. Jeez. Okay, fighter, monk, and the red mage are apparently the easier classes to do. So those three classes are the easiest to do, and the three hardest classes to do is Black Mage, Thief, and White Mage. And yeah, the reason why I'm not doing White Mage is because Game Champ already did a really great video with the White Mage, and you know what, considering that she did the entire run with her feet, which is a pretty good achievement on its own, I definitely don't want to take that away from her, for sure. And yeah, the Thief run definitely requires min-max in every single possible strength, agility, and vitality stat possible to make it possible, which I definitely don't have the patience for. But yeah, I wanted to do a solo black mage run because not only is it going to be more interesting with the versatile amount of magic that, well, the black mage has, but considering that he's like possibly the second or third hardest class in the game, I don't know, I just thought it would be an interesting run, honestly. And plus, there's nothing more OG than doing a run on the very first Final Fantasy game. Alright, first things first, I just need to look up the map of the volcano, because I don't know everything throughout. Okay, so we're on level 3, so we just need to continue to the right. So the left is an absolute dead end, so we just want to continue to the right. Also, yeah, seizure warning for people who have, like, problems looking at lights or flashing lights. Unfortunately, that's how it was in games back then, so I apologize for anybody who has troubles looking at flashing lights. Okay, there we go. Wish they kept Black Wizard kept the shadow design. Or wish they keep Black Wizard kept the shadow design. Yeah, I guess me too as well. I mean, I'm not absolutely a big deal about it. Like, honestly, I like the Black Mage design more than the Black Wizard design, but it is what it is. And hey, you're having an advantage being able to use the Black Wizard in general. Oh yeah, we also need to keep in mind that there are certain random enemy encounters that are gonna be a problem for us. Luckily, I don't have a problem with flashing lights. That's good, but unfortunately, some do. It doesn't bug me, but it definitely bugs me knowing that there are people who are absolutely bugged by it. Okay, now I just need to figure out where the frick I am on the map. Okay, so this is quite a big area, so we're gonna have to go, let's see, down. So yeah, this is quite a labyrinth here. Alright, so we want to make sure that we're healed to full in between battles. Okay, so we go down. Okay, these guys we can run away from, no problem. They'll just do some heavy damage on us, particularly the giants. There we go. Cross the flashing lava. Okay, now even though there is chests up here, let me just look at the map. So even though there's chests up here, both chests have the capability of being able to spawn in an enemy, and the only chest that we would really want anyway is the 10th chest, which has like 2,000 gil for us, but considering that we're making enough money as is, with the Peninsula power grinding, we are not gonna bother with the chests. Oh wow, this fight is bullshit. Get it? Bull? Hey, at least they run away. At least I'm over a level that they're actually running away from me. But yeah, I don't want to actually fight these guys, or at least waste my magic if I don't need to. Okay, I think I'm supposed to go down from here. Let me just double check. Yeah, I'm supposed to go down. Alright, and let me just heal up again. How's the play going? Well, it only took 2 tries for a 1 in 16 chance of getting both agility and vitality onto our black mage to level 26, and now we're finally trying to complete the volcano dungeon. I'm glad game companies used flashing lights less. Yeah, it's definitely used a lot less nowadays. It's definitely something that they are now more aware that is actually a problem for some people. It's not a problem for me, thankfully, but I do have a sibling that does have problems with flashing lights, so I'm definitely someone who's more aware of it being a problem. Alright, so go left and then down, and any of these chests worth opening. And I mean, if we open it from the bottom side, we can at least get money. Just don't open it from the left side. No! Stupid random encounters. That's cool. Alright, so bunch of numbers, and Draco Stevens, looks like you guys are going to be my watchers for this stream until more people jump on, or unless nobody jumps on. Alright, so yeah, we got multiple ways to go, but there's like only one chest towards our left, which is the flame armor, which we can't equip anyway. We could sell, but it's like no point in trying to equip it. So we want to go down left towards where the boss room is. Okay, that should be the last bit of lava that we ever have to cross. Okay, so as long as these guys don't back-to-back crit me, I should be safe here. So we're going to be fighting Carrie, apparently, as she's called. I think Merilith is like the true name of this boss fight, I guess. I guess it's different in the localization or something like that. But yeah, here we go. This is the second major fiend fight. So before we go in, let me just check my strategies here, as well as what spells I have. Okay, so let me just look up Carrie on Final Fantasy 1 for the NES. Okay, so yeah, Merilith is apparently the actual name of this fight, but I guess because of character space, they had to name her Carrie. Okay, so Carrie has 700 HP. Let's see. She resists all elements. So using fire, ice, and electricity, she resists. And she also resists whatever the green icon is. Hold on. Poison. Yeah, she resists poison. And oh wait, hold on. Is this oh wait, hold on. No, I'm looking at the wrong boss. Hold on. Wait, what? Hold on. Am I looking at the right character? Hold on. Oh, okay. Here we go. Never mind. Can use hold on him. I'm pretty sure Carrie is a she. Okay, no, I'm looking at the wrong information of her, but yeah, apparently, yeah, she has a resistance to fire, electricity, and ice, as well as poison. However, she's actually weak to status effects. And in terms of status effects we can use on her, we can use sleep, which is really not going to be useful. We can use dark on her, which could actually be useful. We could use hold, which also could be useful. We could also use, let's see, mute, slow, stun. Well, it seems like everybody seems to be suggesting the hold spell, so hold and slow should be working. So yeah, I mean, slow counts as a status effect, so yeah, maybe if I use the hold spell, hopefully that would actually help. Okay, first let me actually make sure that I am fully stocked and healed, which I am. Now, I'm probably gonna die in this fight, but we'll see. So let's see. It is you, the tinder that defeated the Fiend of the Earth and disturbed my sleep. I, Carrie, will now show you the force of fire, and you shall burn in its flames. Alright. I don't know if 17 defense is going to cut it. I don't know what's going to cut it, but we'll see. So we're going to use the hold spell on her since she's apparently weak to status effects. Oh god, that is a lot of damage. Holy crap. Okay. Paralyzed, nice. Okay, so is she ineffective while paralyzed or something? Shit. Okay, well, let me just use like the strongest attack I got. Okay, so she's still paralyzed. Christ, okay. This is gonna suck. Okay, she's still paralyzed. So I guess I'll just throw all the tier 3 spells I have at her because I have no guarantee that my staff is actually gonna hit her. Cured. Crap. So hold. Holy crap, she hits like a truck. Yeah, okay. Okay, this fight is definitely theoretically possible, but yeah, we're definitely gonna need to grind for more HP because holy crap, that is a lot of damage. That is a ridiculous amount of damage, like wow. Unfortunately, that was bad. I think I'm going to try the Ice Cave, actually. I think I'm going to try the Ice Cave next, because unfortunately it seems like that's my best option. Because, yeah, she definitely hits like a truck, like, wow. Like, yeah, hold is definitely the right spell to use, because she'll skip her turns doing so. Unfortunately, healing with potions in between is useless, considering that I'm only healing like 30 in between every turn. And not to mention that she's like wasting like 150 to over 200 with a critical damage. Yeah, we're definitely better off just grinding a bit more. So I think we're gonna actually go to the Ice Cave. So for starters, let me just bring up the guides here. Okay, so maps. Okay, we want to bring up the overworld map, so world map. Okay, what sucks is that the Ice Cave is like directly above us, like, yeah, this little path that you see up here and up there, that's exactly where the Ice Cave is. Now, in order to efficiently get to it, we actually want to be more around Provoca, actually. We want to actually be more around Provoca as opposed to Crescent Lake. So we're actually going to make our way back to Provoca, and I don't think I need to necessarily grind. I don't think I need to grind, and oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Holy shit. I'm pretty sure I don't need to grind, I just need to, well, stay alive, essentially. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna be doing the ice cave instead because yeah, carry is definitely way too damaging. Like wow. But yeah, thankfully it's actually optional whether or not if you do the second, third, or fourth fiend dungeon. Like you can actually do the second, third, and fourth out of order. Obviously, the downside with doing that is that, well, it's dangerous and we're going to have a harder time staying alive. But, yeah, the problem is that, actually, we're full on potions, right? Even though I used potions in there. Yeah, okay, we're full on potions. I think we're fine on Pures for now. So we're just going to save and then we're going to make our way towards Provoca. Make our way towards Provoca and then make our way to the Ice Cavern. Because, yeah, I think the Ice Cave is actually going to be our best shot. Because, yeah, well, the Ice Cave is not a main dungeon we have to complete. The Ice Cavern is one of the places we have to go to in order to get an accessory that allows us onto the airship. And the airship is the only way to access the northern continents. If we're on the northern continents, then we can actually get... not only better armor for a better chance of surviving Carrie's attacks, but also some higher tier magic. You will need at least the golden bracelet and a pro ring. Yeah, pretty much. Hi everyone, how's the grind going? Well, we pretty much started off the grind with a 1 in 16 chance of getting agility and vitality to go up at level 26, so we're currently level 26, and surprisingly, for a 1 in 16 chance, it only took 2 tries to get agility and vitality. And we tried going after Merilith, or Carrie as she's called in this game, at the end of the Volcano dungeon. We were able to get to her no problem. The problem is that she hits like a truck. She hits like a truck, and while the hold spell was helpful in keeping her paralyzed, we have no means of being able to heal ourselves. So, considering that she hits like a truck and has a chance of landing criticals with her physical attacks, we're gonna pretty much go with the Ice Cave, unfortunately. I mean, who knows? Maybe with enough dodging and RNG and holds, we could probably get through Carrie, but considering that we actually don't have to do the Volcano dungeon until whenever we want, because, yeah, you can do the last 3 Fiend Temples out of order. You don't have to do them in order. You can actually do the 4th one first, 3rd one second, and the 2nd one last. The only fiend fight that you actually have to do before the rest is the Earth Cave, because you need the Earth Cave completed in order to get access to the canoe. And the canoe is what you get access to the volcano, as well as to the Ice Cavern where the float stone is, and you need the float stone to get access to the airship, and you need the airship in order to get to where the other 2 fiend dungeons are in the northern continent. But yeah, once we, if we're able to get through the Ice Cave instead, that will be better. Now the one saving grace with the Ice Cave dungeon is that we can actually, well, what was I talking about? If we can complete the Ice Cave dungeon, we can actually, you know, bring the float stone, you know, to the desert, and we can actually use it to get to the northern continent. Up our defense, get more magic spells, and then we can just grind a little bit more until we're ready to face up against Carrie. And the other best part is that if we can do the waterfall dungeon, if we can do ourselves the waterfall dungeon, we can get the ribbon, which actually reduces the chances of us getting inflicted with status ailments. So, if we can complete the Ice Cave instead, then that actually might be helpful. But yeah, she absolutely curve stomped me. It was like no contest who was going to win that fight. Carrie absolutely curve stomped our Black Mage. But yeah, the one thing's for sure is that if we're doing the Ice Cave, we have, and I mean have, to make sure that we are more than 300 HP. Because one of the moves in the game pretty much has... because one of the moves in the game called Kill, or Quadruple X, has a chance of insta-killing you, but only if you're under 300 HP. Since we're over 300 HP now, we do have a chance against the evil eye within the dungeon. So we don't want to use any of our magic, we just want to make our way to the ice cave. Now, whether or not we can do the ice cave in one shot, I don't know. But first, let me just see where I'm supposed to go. Okay, so I have to go up. Right. Oh, wow, they suck at hitting me. Yeah, at least I got more potions on me. But yeah, Carrie hits like a truck, so unfortunately we're gonna skip her for now, but fortunately we're really not missing out on much because, well, we can pretty much do the volcano dungeon at any time we want. So, okay, where are we supposed to go? Left. Okay, so left, and it should be a straight shot to the ice cave. Oh shit, I've been using my potions. Okay, let's just hope I have enough because I only used 2 of them. Yeah, I should not have been using my potions. I should have been conserving them for the dungeon. If I need a heal, use tents. Yeah, use tents if you need a heal on the overworld. Otherwise, save your potions for the actual dungeon itself. Well, hopefully the lack of 2 potions won't bite me in the ass. Alright, so there we go. So yeah, as I already described before, we were we got to level 26. We were able to somehow min-max agility and vitality in only 2 tries at the start of the stream, which thank God for that. Oh jeez. And we'll use a cabin. Alright, there we go. So yeah, we got through the volcano no problem. It's just Carrie, or Merilith, at the end of the volcano dungeon. Hits us like a truck, so yeah. And while oh crap. The wizards. Yeah, so the wizards we definitely have to kill because unfortunately these guys are an unrunnable battle. Which actually, yeah, that's actually one thing is that I haven't actually looked up who is unrunnable here. Let me just see. Okay, a lit 2 spell should be able to defeat them. Can tents yet you save as well? Yes, they do, but they can only be used on the overworld. Tents essentially restore 30 HP, so they're essentially a potion as well as a free save on the overworld. Okay. Well, first things first, I actually need to bring up the ice cave map. So yeah, this dungeon can be a little intimidating and a little confusing at first, but as long as you follow a guide, it's not so bad. So once again, we use potions to heal in between fights. We fight random encounters if we can't run from them, otherwise we always run from random encounters. No, not the specters, or no, they're the guys, but still, not these guys. Okay, thank God. Because, yeah, the Spectres and the Geist, they have the potential of stun locking me into a game over. And, well, we've already witnessed beforehand just how freaking annoying that can be. So yeah, I better not get the float stone, be on my way out, and then have to be paralyzed and stun locked into a game over. Lots of encounters that stun. Oh, yippee. Yippee. Yay. I love stun locks. Oh my god, can you... Oh, no. Oh, okay. I got stunned there, but I managed to get unstunned. Now just run. Run. Yeah, tank, dodge all the damage you can, but just run, you idiot. Run. Run. Thank you. But yeah, stun-lock monsters are the bane of my existence, that's for sure. But the fortunate thing is that if we can complete the ice cave, get the float stone, and get out and get the airship, the sooner we can not only get better defensive armor, from the northern towns and also get the last remaining spells. We can also get ourselves the ribbon from the Waterfall Cavern, and the ribbon is definitely going to be an end game piece of armor. But essentially, the ribbon, the ribbon pretty much decreases the chances of us being. Oh shit! This. Okay, Frozen Giant is an unrunnable battle. Shit, and I already wasted a turn trying to run from it. Damn it. Okay. Hold on. I just need to look up a guide here. Okay, let me just see. Crap. Okay, where are the frozen, Okay, so Frozen, Giant, or FRD, that's what they're called. Hold on. Where the frick are you? Actually, I just used the, search function on my phone. I can just do that. Hold on. Find a page. FRG. Okay, here we go. So, okay. What a surprise, these guys are weak to fire attack, so, yeah. But yeah, this is definitely our first case of an unrunnable battle here. Okay, at least 2 fire 3s is enough to defeat it, but geez, okay. Alright, let me just see here. So yeah, Frost Giant is an unrunnable battle, so obviously they resist ice and take more damage to fire. Okay, I just need to actually look up a guide and actually see the stats for ice caves here. Okay, so we're getting closer to where the floatstone is, but it is going to take a little bit of detouring and effort to get to where the floatstone is, because the floatstone is in this very room, but we have to take a lot of detours in order to get to it. This can be like the most confusing part of the entire dungeon, regardless if you're playing on the remastered version or not, but as long as you know where to step and what to do, it's actually not that difficult. So the problem with Evil Eye, who is guarding the chest with the floatstone, so yeah, one of these chests has the floatstone in it. So let me just look up a map here. So yeah, the bottom chest is where the floatstone is. However, these individual holes that you see all around are pretty much blocking our way. Now, inside the upper left chest is the flame sword, which we're only going to be able to sell for money, and the cloth armor is the third one, which why the heck would there be a cloth armor? The cloth armor is like literally the first cloth that you, or the first piece of armor that you can get from the start of the game. So yeah, you don't want to get that. You want to get the chest that is on the bottom side, and that's the floater. But in order to get to it, because these are holes that we can fall into, we fall into the holes on purpose, and we have to detour ourselves all the way back up there. Just run, you idiot. No! Oh, thank God you recovered instantly. No! No, 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 no. Oh, God damn it. Why? Why, game? Why? Don't tell me I'm gonna have to constantly reset in this dungeon too because of frickin' stun locks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset in this dungeon because of frickin' stun locks. God. Ugh. Problem is that no amount of grinding is actually gonna improve my chances. I have just as much of a chance at level 26 as I do level 50 trying to get past the specters and such. Okay, so once again, the wizards are unrunnable, and now that I know that the frost giants are unrunnable, I have to make sure that I throw my tier 3 magic at these guys. Okay, I can probably defeat this guy with Lit 2, or not. He just runs away. Oh, God damn it. I was hoping that this was going to be a smoother experience, but the reality is that we actually might have an easier time here than we will with Carrie. And the thing is, beating Carrie is not really going to increase our odds. It just means that we completed one step to access the final dungeon. Like, we don't need to complete the volcano right now. We just need it completed in order to access the final dungeon. Otherwise, getting the ice cave is absolutely required if we want to be able to get the airship. And the airship is absolutely required if we want to be able to get to the northern continents, which is absolutely required if we want to be able to complete the last 2 fiend dungeons. And crap, wow, what is with this RNG? What is with this bad RNG? Now watch as I get the float stone and defeat Evil Eye no problem, and then suddenly the game just hits me with, you know, a stun lock at the end. Not an instant kill spell, but a stun lock at the end. Okay, I better heal. Go. Okay, thankfully the Wraith and images I don't think inflict paralyze. At least I don't think they do. So if we get an encounter with these guys, then we're mostly fine. Ugh. Coffee. Yeah, definitely calm my nerves. Okay, Frost Dick. Okay, is the Frost Dick an unrunnable battle, or can we run from this guy? Hold on. Crap. No, I'm looking at the wrong guide. Hold on. Ice Cave. Let's see. Okay, where's the Okay, no, I don't care about that. Okay, here we go. So Frost Dick is. Okay, can you at least tell me whether or not if they can run away? Run. Okay, so yeah, you can run from these guys. So, yeah, we can run away from the Frost Durgs. Bye-bye, Frost Durgs. You can definitely tell I've been around the furry community if I know what the word Durg means. If it's passed on the first time because some no manipulation of the encounters. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, honestly, this wouldn't be much of a problem if we had a full Oh wait, these guys can paralyze me? The Wraiths can paralyze. Are you kidding? I hate this game. Like, wow. Wow, are you serious right now? Are you freaking serious right now? Okay, so pretty much all the undead goddamn enemies are gonna just stun lock me into a game over. And there's nothing I can do other than just pray to the RNG gods that they are nicer. And once again, we have no choice but to just zap wizards to death. But thankfully the wizards do have a chance of running away, so that decreases the chances of more damage coming my way and decreases the chances of me wasting my potions. Though I do want to defeat them for some more EXP gain, because even though more EXP gain is more efficient on the Peninsula Power, saving time from grinding goes a long way. And thankfully, the next set of encounters... Actually, no, it's going to still be a 1 in 16 chance, because if I remember correctly, it was... agility is guaranteed at the next level at level 27, and pretty much strength and vitality are the 2 stats that are not guaranteed, and the stats we're going to need to min-max for. But thankfully, we should be able to get through this dungeon without having to... level up, because we definitely don't want to level up mid-dungeon. Oh man, they took a lot of HP out of me. How the heck did I survive against 4 of these guys during the Marsh Cave? Like, how the heck did I survive with them? Problem is, whether or not I attack like the undead enemies or just run away from them is the same amount of chances. Because we have enough luck to guarantee ourselves running away from battle, that's just a better option because I don't want to risk, you know, attacking the enemies and still having them standing. Yeah, just run away, Nits. Yeah, still need to do more stat min-maxing. Yeah, unfortunately, stat min-maxing is not going to increase my chances against enemies that stun lock me. The only way that I can increase my chances of reducing the chances of being stun locked is by, well, getting the ribbon. And the only way to get the ribbon is to get to the waterfall cavern. And the only way to get to the waterfall cavern is by getting the airship, which requires the float stone from this very dungeon to get. At first, I thought the river connected to the waterfall cave was connected to the ocean, but apparently it's not. It just barely connects to the ocean, which is a bit of a piss off. Okay, before I actually think of running away, let me just make sure that this is not an unrunnable battle. Hold on. Unfortunately, the site, I have to click on the goddamn enemy itself to figure out if they're runnable or not. Yeah, thanks, game. I just needed information. Run. Okay, yes, we can run from these guys. Alright. Oh no, sorcerers are a nightmare. Thankfully, they're a runnable battle, so we don't have to worry. The only reason I have to look it up is because, well, they look like wizards. Okay, ran from that battle, didn't take any damage, nice. Yeah, there's like always a guaranteed random encounter there. Yeah, looking at 5. So looking at 5, yeah, there's always a guaranteed random encounter in this one spot, and we have to go past this spot twice, and another time after we get the float stone. So we just gotta pray to the RNG gods that not only do we get the float stone without getting insta-killed, but we also need to make sure that we get through that random encounter twice. So only wizards and frost giants you can't run. Okay, as long as it's only those guys, that's all that matters. Okay, once again, getting other chests in this dungeon is really not worth it. So to the left is a silver gauntlet and ice armor, which we're just gonna sell for money anyway. And then there's further items that are like down below, but they're really only for some extra money, most of which we can just grind for on the Peninsula Power anyway. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is like the same effect as lava, so for anybody who has like seizures and problems looking at flashing lights, fair warning. I should probably heal after that, because who knows if I will get hit again. Come on, Nits. Don't let all of them hit you. You have high agility, just run. Run. Don't be an idiot and let them all hit you, okay? I know you desire to be a tank like your fighter buddy, which I think his name is Like, but don't give into that ego. Just run. Run. Okay, guys are more likely to stun because he does 3 hits. Good to know. Red bones. I just hope that this is the attempt. Is that chest worth getting? Probably not. Alright, chest 14, that's a free heal. You know what, why not? An extra potion can go a long way. I'm not going to bother with the chest down there and just focus on getting to where the float stone is. Okay, heal. So yeah, we can actually go up in order to leave the dungeon, but first, let me just see here. Okay, so chest 16, 17, and 18 is money, a tent, and an ice shield. Not useful for our black mage, so we fall into this hole. And now, once we step on the tile below this chest, we will have a fight against Evil Eye. So we need to make sure that A, we're fully healed, and B, I need to look up the stats on Evil Eye if I'm gonna have a chance against Evil Eye, because Evil Eye is pretty much a boss fight that primarily uses insta-kills. But thankfully, he has two variations of it. One is pretty much a normal insta-kill, and the other insta-kill only kills if you're under 300 HP. And as long as we're over 300 HP, then we definitely have a chance. So let me just, crap. Oh my god, the site is like being ridiculous. Hold on. So, I. Okay, so he just simply goes by the name of I. But yeah. Okay, so by the looks of it, his only resistance is earth attacks. Otherwise, it seems like magic is fair game, and he has 162 HP. So he pretty much has the Rub spell, which is an insta-kill spell. But he also has like Quadruple X, which only kills if you're under 300 HP. So enter the fight with 300 plus HP to counter Quadruple X, and then hit I hard and fast. Got it. Okay. Alright, hopefully the attempt against Evil Eye goes well, and hopefully our attempt of escaping the dungeon with the float stone goes well. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so he has a chance of insta-killing. All we need to do is just go all in with our strongest attack, so let's do it. So yeah, Quadruple X can possibly... Well, that was anticlimactic. Okay, so he uses the Quadruple X, and obviously it misses because I have over 300 HP, and just one Fire 3 was enough to defeat it. Okay. Okay, sure. I'll accept that. I'll happily accept that. Okay, so now we just get the Float Stone. And now we gotta make our way out of the dungeon alive. Okay. Wow, I didn't think it would go that easy. Don't speak too soon because, god damn it, we're full of enemies that can paralyze us. Oh, thank god. That was actually kind of funny, just how quick the Evil Eye fight went. It was like very anticlimactic. What the frick? I just barely stepped down and suddenly I just get a bunch of random encounters. So once again, I'm not going to bother with fighting enemies. Just run from everything you see. I'll only fight enemies on the overworld because at least there I know I'll be safe and I can always reset to the last tent if I accidentally level up. So now the goal is just getting out of this dungeon alive, and then once we're able to breathe fresh air, we immediately eat a tent. We immediately eat our tent so we can save. Okay, shit. We got the Frost Giant, so we have to fight this encounter. Thankfully, we have enough fire magic to do so. And thankfully, we can get the wolves out of the way so we only have to deal with the Frost Giant. But yeah, it was kind of hilarious just how underwhelmingly easy the Evil Eye fight was. Oh, okay, I just realized, why is my heals over there? Wasn't it over here? That's because I have the Float Stone. Okay, so there we go. Heal back to full. Even though I only have 2 HP to heal with, I'm still going to do that because who knows what the frick will happen. Now we just get out of the dungeon. Don't worry about anything else. Ignore all chests and just get out. Okay, wizards we have to fight. Alright, so we just need to go up and left or up and right, so pretty much on the upper right, and then we can exit this dungeon. Eat in a tent. Doesn't sound very flavorful. At least add some mustard. I'm not a fan of mustard. How about some barbecue? Barbecue is good. Maybe with some sauteed onions? That sounds even good. Okay, there's the stairs. Yes! Okay. There we go, we did it. Okay. It took about 3 attempts, but we managed to complete the Ice Cavern. Frick. Yes! Oh my god, we did it. So obviously the main problem with that dungeon is obviously the stun locking enemies, but there we go. We got the float stone, we got out of the cave alive, somehow. We had an underwhelmingly easy fight against Evil Eye, and now that we've eaten a tent on the outside, we can safely and surely make our way back to at least Provoca. Okay, barbecue and onions tent. Heck yes. Haha. Barbecue and onions. And, wait, that ogre ran away, didn't it? Okay, so now we just need to make our way back to Provoca, and then we just need to make our way to the desert. Actually, we could probably just beeline, actually, straight to the desert. I mean, I'll eat a tent, you know, when I get close to the ship, but maybe I can just beeline straight to the desert instead of having to go to town. Fuck the Ice Cavern. It's hard enough in a normal playthrough. Well, I managed to get through it in 3 tries, surprisingly. And really, the only reason why it was so hard to begin with was because of the stun locks. Alright, let's eat a tent while we're in a canoe. Just so we can heal a bit. And I need to look up a map to make sure that I'm heading in the right direction, because I don't memorize this maze at all thoroughly. Hold on. Okay, so we go up, right, and then keep going right. Down. Left. And then it's just down and to the right, and we should be back to our ship. I could probably defeat these guys easily. Oh my god, they hit like a truck. Okay, maybe this was a bad idea. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Gosh darn it. Okay, well, at least I ate a tent while on my way out, so not a big deal. Yeah, just don't bother with the encounters and just run from everything. Run from everything and heal with a tent, or actually, I guess we might as well use potions because we're going to restock back to full anyway. Ochu! The infamous optional boss from the, Kilika Woods in Final Fantasy X. Oh, shoot. I need to get rid of the poison. Hold on. Okay, let's eat a tent. Now what? Get out of the water. So we're gonna just eat a tent right next to the ship because I think I might be able to just beeline straight to the desert without having to save at an inn. Because if I can do that, that'll just save time. So I'll just eat a tent right here. Actually, I'll eat a cabin right here, considering that it gives me more HP. Okay, so now we're just gonna beeline straight to the desert. I mean, I think we need to just go straight to the desert, right? We don't need to talk to any of the old men, I hope. We don't need to talk to any of the old men, right? We can just beeline straight to the desert. I mean, look it up, guys, but do I have to talk to anybody before going to the desert? Because I actually don't know for sure. Ah, it's the Twills. Actually, no, just run from them, They're not worth my time, considering how hard they hit. Okay, here we go. So now we enter this part of the desert, we use the float stone. The airship begins to rise from the desert. We did it, guys! We are approaching the second half of the game. We now officially have the airship. We pretty much don't need to use our goddamn boat anymore. Goodbye, goddamn boat. We can now just go wherever we want on this overworld. Frick, yes. Oh, I've never felt so happy just being able to have this airship. Which I should be, because it's it feels great to have this airship. Oh, yes. Was it too bad, this ice cavern? No, it wasn't. So now we can freely go to Cornelia whenever we want and get the cheapest possible option of saving at an inn. Because considering that most of the locations pretty much give you, well, pretty much expect you to pay like hundreds of money in order to, well, sleep at an inn. Just being able to use Cornelia means we only have to pay, well, 30 gil in order to save at an inn. So we're just gonna fully stock up on potions until we're 99. So yeah, now we can do the Peninsula Power grinding much more efficiently. Instead of having to walk there from Provoca, we can just make back and forth trips between Cornelia for the cheapest possible option of saving at an inn, while also being able to use the Peninsula Power efficiently. So yeah, this is going to make the Peninsula Power grinding so much faster. But before we commit to more Peninsula Power grinding, we're going to make sure we can get the best possible armor and get like the Ice 3 spell, as well as get the best possible stuff we can get. So there's like 3 different towns available. Unfortunately, one town is going to be useless for us outside of a quest item to reach the final dungeon. Because yeah, unfortunately, in a Black Mage run, Black Mages are incapable of learning any level 8 magic. So the town that is like around where the Peninsula Power grinding is, that particular town is going to be useless for us when it comes to getting better magic on us. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now let's start heading north. Alright, so yeah, this particular town right here we'll need to get to through story progression, and we gotta make a long trek just to get to it, because you can't park your ship here. You can only park your ship on like certain flat plains. But yeah, we will need to get to this town only for story progression. However, the only spells that we can learn from here is level 8 spells, and well, we can't learn level 8 spells in this run, so we have no means of going there for now. Right over here is where the final Fiend dungeon is, so this is the 4th dungeon we'll have to go through. But first things first, we want to go to this particular town right here. And this town is... what is this town called? This is Gaia. Or is it called Gaia? Because, I don't know, you're wearing like the most flamboyant clothes ever. No judgment there. I mean, I wear pink sometimes too. Okay, there we go. We finally got our last ice spell. Okay, and now, what other tier 7 spells should we learn? I don't know, but let me just check the guide here. Final Fantasy 1 Black Magic. But we for sure want to learn the Ice 3 spell for sure. Because obviously we got to keep in mind that we could potentially get something that's useless. Actually, wait, hold on. No, not that guide. Okay, let me just see. Spells. Let's see. So tier 7, we got Ice 3. Okay, so the... okay, so there's like, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4... wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, there's only 4 tier 7 spells, and out of all of them, Saber is one of them, and Saber we do not want to learn, because Saber pretty much has you increase your attack power, but apparently this skill actually does not work, and the best part is that Saber is actually exclusive to the Black Wizard anyway. So yeah, our spell choices are easy. We just get Ice 3, and we'll get the break spell. Wait. Oh, we can't learn the break spell? Hold on. Let me just double check. So yeah, break. Yeah, so we can't learn the break spell. So we can learn Ice 3, but not break 3. And we can't learn Saber, and plus we don't want to learn Saber because apparently that attack just straight up doesn't work. Okay, so the only spell, though, we can learn as a black mage is the blind spell. So the blind spell inflicts darkness on one foe with less than 300 HP, regardless of the restraint of their status ailment. So pretty much, it's a guaranteed darkness spell to one foe, the blind spell. And the blind spell we can learn from, where is it? And Onrak, so yeah, there we go. Temper is also broken. Yeah, Temper and Saber is both broken. They're meant to increase your attack power, but they don't work. So yeah, the only spells we can learn as the Black Mage is the Ice 3 and Blind. So those are the only spells we're going to learn. And yeah, so this is our level 745,000 magic spells. So yeah, unfortunately we need to grind more money in order to get the blind spell, but that's okay. We're mainly here so we can pick up armor, but we're going to see if we even have enough money to pick up said armor to begin with. Okay, buy. So the gold rain and the pro rain. So we want both of these. So, which one do we want first, actually? Because, yeah, we can't afford both. Huh. Hold on. Because, yeah, we do want both, but we can't afford both. So let me just see which one is more useful at the moment when it comes to grinding. So let me just see. Man, I really like this game, but it's hard to ignore that half of it basically doesn't work. Well, I mean, when you're unaware of it, it kind of helps when you're naive to everything that doesn't work, but yeah. Okay, so the Pro Rain has a resistance to death, so if we get the Pro Rain, we can actually increase our resistance to death. It increases our defense by 8, while negatively affecting our agility by 1. So the Pro Rain is a glove type of accessory, and it can increase our defense by 8. As for the gold, hold on. Where's the bracelets? Okay, the gold increases our defense by 24, but it doesn't give us any, okay, hold on, no. Okay, so 24 minus 17, that is like 5, okay, I think the Pro Rain is actually going to give us a little bit more defense, so we're going to get the Pro Rain. We're going to get the Pro Rain first. It's not a bug, it's a feature. A feature to waste your time, apparently. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so now the gloves are useless. So there we go, we can sell the gloves now that we have the Pro Rain, which apparently counts as, well, gloves, apparently. So we got the Pro Rain, and I don't know if this is going to be a endgame skill, but apparently the Pro Rain resists death, which is definitely going to be useful and would have been more useful against Evil Eye, but considering that we beat Evil Eye in one shot, that's not really a problem. So there we go. We got the Pro Rain, so we'll sell the gloves. Now, unfortunately, that's not enough money. So we'll need to grind a bit more so we can get the gold bracelet, because yeah, the gold bracelet will up our defense even more, and we'll definitely be a lot more prepared for the Merilith carry fight. So there we go. Now we absorb 24, and our evasion rate is 80, thanks to us mid-maxing our agility stat. Okay, do I have any weapons to sell? No, I don't. So unfortunately, I don't have any stuff to sell. I don't think there's really anything more useful here, so let me just see. Cat Claw. I'm pretty sure the Cat Claw is something that our Black Mage cannot use. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure our Black Mage cannot use this. Yeah, Cat Claw. Our Black Wizard can use this, but not our Black Mage. So yeah, this is actually not a bad weapon if you're playing as a Black Wizard, but considering we're playing as a Black Mage, we can't learn this one. So yeah. So yeah, you don't want to learn that unless you're doing a run where you upgrade your class to a Black Mage. And we'll see what's in the item shop, even though it's probably nothing. Yeah, mostly nothing. We already stocked up on potions. It just works, little lies, money shows, people buy, money flows, it just works. There's our church, but sorry, my friends, you're not going to see the light of day. Okay, there's the other magic shop right there, but I'm pretty sure we can't learn anything there. But yeah, right here is a fountain, which is going to be ideal for something a little later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that magic shop is the level 8 magic shop. I'll double check, but I'm quite positive we can't learn anything from this magic shop. So I'm pretty sure we got to go like left and then around these trees in order to get to it. It just works, little lies, money shows, people buy, money flows, it just works. It just works. That's such a great song. It's funny how it's just a normal song and people associate it with Bethesda. Okay, so yeah, these are the level 8 spells. So unfortunately, every single level 8 spell in the game, I'm quite confident is unlearnable for the Black Mage. Unfortunately, every single level 8 spell is gonna be exclusive to the Black Mage. And since we're not getting the Black Mage, unfortunately, there's not a single spell. Okay, but let me just double check. So yeah, Black Wizard, Black Wizard, Black Wizard. Black Wizard, Black Wizard. Yeah, so every single level 8 spell is unfortunately exclusive to just the Black Wizard. So we can't learn a single black spell whatsoever. Man, the housing industry in Final Fantasy is crazy. You can buy an entire cabin for 250 gil. Wow. Maybe we should live in the Final Fantasy world. Not to mention that apparently eating an entire cabin can heal you. Even eating a tent can heal you. Okay, so now we definitely need to grind some more money, but we don't necessarily need to grind for more money. We just need to find a place that we can... Well, okay, so this is a little palace that we will need to explore at some point. It's optional, but we will take our time to explore it. First things first, we're gonna go find the Durgs. We're gonna go find the Durgs, and we're gonna loot them of their stuff. Okay, so here it is. So yeah, all these individual caves right here is pretty much where all the dragons are. So we'll fight random encounters in between if we need to. So we'll eat a tent since I didn't save at the inn. I'm too poor in Final Fantasy XIV to buy a house. Got an apartment though. I wouldn't know because I haven't had the pleasure of playing Final Fantasy XIV as much as I really wanted to. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Money. More money. What's with all the skeletons? I thought this was a friendly village of dragons. So yeah, here we go. We got a bunch of Durgs. How you doing, Mr. Durg? You are not afraid of me? Then I am impressed. Nah, not really. When you're a friendly dragon, there's like nothing to fear. So yeah, we're gonna be the heroes we are and completely rob these dragons of their hard-earned wealth. And there we go. We have enough money to get the gold rain. So yeah, I'll just beeline back to the village and get the gold rain while I'm at it, just so I can up my defense more. Now, whether or not we're going to actually fight Merilith yet or save her for later, I don't know. But I probably should, at the very least, get the ribbon before I even attempt her. So we're going to go back to the... where am I? I don't know, I just keep going right. We're going to go back to the village, and then we're going to get ourselves the gold rain. So the gold rain is the second best... piece of armor, and we can't get the opal rain or the opal bracelet until we get into the third dungeon of the game, which we're not going to be able to do for a little while, and we're definitely going to be doing a little bit of grinding before we get that rain eventually. So here we go, the gold rain purchase for knits. There we go. And now we can sell our Silver Rain. So there we go. We'll sell the Silver Rain. A good amount of money, too. Nice. Okay, so there we go. So now we upgraded our defense to Pearl Rain and Gold Rain. And we also increased our resistance to death attacks. And now we have 33 Absorb. And we're actually still at 80 Evade. So we actually did not lose any... actually, no, hold on. All the bracelets have the same -1 Evade chance. So... yeah, we never decreased our evasion anyway, so, yeah, we have more Absorb, which is essentially defense in this game. Sweet. Awesome. How much is it for the yen? How much are they gonna try to rip us off here? 500 gil? I mean, it's called gold in this game, but, obviously it's changed, its actual name is gil. But yeah, we could just eat a tent, which costs much less in comparison. We could just eat a tent as we loot the dragon's home. I don't enjoy MMOs anymore. I used to play WoW back in the day. Not a single MMO has interested me since. Yeah, I've never really got big into MMOs myself. I mean, I've definitely seen them played, you know, World of Warcraft. I did briefly, like, watch a friend play, I think it's called Rune Escape, and it's, like, very polygonal models and such. Oh, no. Come on, talk to the dragon. Have you met Bahamut, the Dragon King? He honors those with courage as true warriors. Cool. Okay, so this area is just for talking to one NPC, so we don't need to be here, but we're still going to check at least every single area, because we want to at least loot everything that these dragons have. Of course, we gotta stand on the very corner of this because we can't park our ship on any parts of the water. The Sphinx, I don't know what they're resistant to, so I'll just throw some fire at them. We can thankfully eat a tent to save. Ugh, not enough damage. Okay, I guess we'll try our Ice 3 magic. Wow, they hit hard. Okay, that one hit for 1. But yeah, had we not gone back for the Gold Rain, we would definitely be taking more damage here. I tried WoW a few times, but didn't like it. Final Fantasy XIV got me hooked, though, but hey, to each their own. Yeah, honestly, I never really played much MMOs, honestly. It's not that they don't interest me, it's just... well, I don't know, I'm honestly one that prefers single-player games, to be honest. I mean, I'd love to get into Final Fantasy XIV at some point. It's just, again, the online subscription thing is such a pain in the ass. Yeah, RuneScape is the true old-school MMO where grinding is king. I couldn't get into it. I wouldn't know. We are going to the Castle of Ordeal to the northeast. There we will test and bring back proof of our courage. So yeah, we will actually go through that optional dungeon that these dragons are talking about. Essentially, this will give us the Rat's Tail, and the Rat's Tail is essential for the class change. But while we're going to get the Rat's Tail for bragging rights, we're not going to give it to Bahamut or do the class change. Once in the north, there were beautiful palaces and big mechanical castles. So yeah, it's obviously hinting what the next dungeon is going to be. So we're just going to loot them of everything they got. Ooh, we got a house within their house. 10 gold. The proof of your courage might be anything. Yep, we have courage of stealing everything from a bunch of dergs. So yeah, we're just going to steal entirely from a bunch of innocent dragons. I swear I have nothing against dragons. Okay, let's eat a 10 so we can save while we're restoring a bit of HP. Make our way back to our airship. Oh, come on. Get in a random encounter immediately right onto the spot where the airship is. Really? Yeah, I'll just throw some Ice 3 magic. Ooh, I get poisoned? Really? That's not enough to defeat them? Okay, enough to defeat the Catmans, but not the Saber T's. Oh, are you kidding me? I have a wasp in my room? Where's my electric racket? I need my electric racket. Ah, crap. Oh, shit. Sorry, I keep bumping into things. Okay, I definitely need a heal, but first things first, can I kill this wasp that is in my room? Fuck. Come on. Haha, I killed it. Take that, sucker. Okay, I just killed myself a wasp with an electric racket. And I got one of those electric rackets because we definitely get some mosquitoes and flies unwanted in this house. Oh, geez, the poor thing is still alive. Well, it's dying. Alright, there we go. I just killed a wasp midstream. That's right, your old pal Nitsa Gamer is quite a killer. Yeah, we definitely need to restore or heal. Or yeah, there we go. Alright, there we go. So I just killed a wasp midstream. Nice. Or not nice, depending on how merciful you are to a bunch of wasps. Nitsa wins! Fatality! Okay, so it seems like we only have like two, yeah, we only have 2 caves to explore by the looks of it. So I just killed myself a wasp midstream. So I think the last cave we need to explore is where Bahamut is, and I guess we might as well talk to him since we don't have the rat's tail on us. In this treasure box, you found the cabin. Alright, there's a dragon up here. I want to talk to all the dragons. I want to be friendly to all dragons. Only the courageous ones bring back proof of their courage. Kill. You certainly didn't wasp any time. Sorry. Yeah, you better be sorry. That was terrible. Soft. We can't use any softs, unfortunately. And unfortunately, we can't even sell the soft items. Oh, geez, that wasp is still twitching. The thing's still alive. Unless it's just its nerves or something just still shooting waves or something. Actually. Okay, so yeah, I think it's just this... No, wait, hold on. Oh wait, no, it's two caves that we gotta explore. Alright, so we'll just explore these last 2 caves, and then we're gonna make our way to the next town to, Actually, should we make our way to the next town, or should we spend the time grinding? Because we probably should spend the time grinding since we're low on money. If you are brave enough, try meeting the King of Dragons, Bahamut. Puts on hat and coat, leaves internet in shame. Unprofitable business is not a practice of the dragons of Cardia. Okay, so it seems like this room is just us talking dragons. Long ago, dragons and humans lived and traded together. It'd be nice to live in those times again. Unfortunately, us humans have evolved so much that if we're not trying to kill you for racial differences, we're trying to bane you because we're a bunch of sexy, horny beings. Realistically, if there are dragons in this world, I'm pretty sure people will find a way to bane a dragon. So right here is where Bahamut is, and we might as well talk to him since we don't have the rat's tail on us. Alright. This is Bahamut's room. Bahamut verifies the true courage of all. So here's the good old man, Bahamut himself. I am Bahamut, King of the Dragons. Bring me proof of your courage to receive the honor due true warriors. Alright, so yeah. Thankfully, we don't get the class upgrade by talking to him there, so we actually need to get the Rat's Tail from the optional dungeon in order to get the class upgrade. But as I said, we're playing the entire game as a solo Black Mage run. So upgrading our class to Black Wizard is completely banned for the run, even though it would be freaking ideal to actually get, well, you know, a Black Wizard. Because with the Black Wizard, we can use the Warp Spell, get ourselves Masamune in the last dungeon, and bail out of there, and then be able to do, like, the remaining dungeons without dying. Okay, how are we? Yeah, we'll probably save in Cornelia before we go to the next town. Actually, we might actually level up before going to the next town. So yeah, right here is where the waterfall cave is. This is where we're going to get the ribbon, and we should definitely get it, because we should have at least one armor space anyway. Even though this will only increase our defense by 1, and, well, remove evasion by 1, it's definitely going to be handy to go out of our way to get, since it will reduce the chances of us getting stunned or afflicted with ailments or have death on us. And on top of that, we will also be able to, well, resist every single element in the game. So, yeah, we'll definitely want to get the ribbon as soon as possible. We also want to go into this area. Problem is that I don't know if we have the money for it. Yeah, No, okay, hold on. Let's not get greedy. Let's just go to Cornelia first, since it's the cheapest option of fully restoring our health. Yeah, we're flying everywhere. Be jealous, gamers who are still on foot. And also, we need to make sure that we pay attention to how much levels we... Yeah, we're getting close to leveling up. We don't want to... We want to make sure we don't level up. Okay, still 99 potions, so we're good. So let's sleep in the end. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need a... We're definitely gonna need to grind for more money anyway. Before we do that, I just want to see if I can actually get the item that is, well, from the caravan, because, yeah, this is actually definitely one of the most evasive moments in the game, where you have to talk to a caravan that is, like, on a random tile, and, like, there's, like, no way of knowing it's there. Okay, no. Okay, so we can park our ship here. Okay, just run, because I'm pretty sure these guys hit hard and they give crap money from what I remember. So yeah, we just go into this random tile spot, and apparently we can actually find this guy who will sell us a bottle. And unfortunately, we need 50,000 gil for that. So yeah, we're gonna have to grind anyway. God darn it. But hey, with the Pro Rain as well as the... almost forgot Chocobos weren't in Final Fantasy 1 yet. Yeah, they were introduced in Final Fantasy 2. So yeah, we're going to have to do more Peninsula power grinding. But now we can do it more efficiently thanks to the airship. So we can just park our airship like right here, eat a tent right here. Which we don't really need to. Actually, no, we're going to need to, because we're going to be resetting until we constantly get the... Until we eventually get the encounters we want or need. Okay, it didn't take damage, so I'll accept that. So just run on the last 4 tiles, and then we're going to do some more grinding until we can inch ourselves closer to the next level. Ooh, perfect, perfect. Fire 3, baby. So yeah, now with the Pro Rain and the gold bracelet, we'll definitely be taking far less damage than before. Oh yeah, we're definitely taking far less damage than before. We have the best option for grinding. So yeah, now the Peninsula power grinding is going to be far more efficient now. So now we just need to grind until we eventually get enough money to purchase the last remaining level 7 spell, as well as get more than 50,000 gil to get the bottle, because the bottle is actually required for progression. How does Nitsa do 6 challenge runs at once? Honestly, part of it is inefficiency, and actually, speaking of challenge runs, when I was last night, I was actually able to stream a lot of my Metaphor Refantasio run, because I made the mistake of essentially, actually no, don't heal. Don't heal. Don't be greedy and just go back to Cornelia. Just go back to Cornelia to save. We're just gonna go back to Cornelia because it's less money than using a tent or a potion. So just heal in between every single battle. I mean, technically it's not the fastest method, but it's kind of efficient. Though we'll still need to eat a tent, so that way we can at least reload before the Peninsula Power. So we'll definitely need to grind against a smaller amount of enemies on the Peninsula Power, but yeah. So I think for the next little while, we're essentially going to be just grinding maybe a couple more levels until we eventually get the money we need. So we'll eat a tent here. Okay, 1 zombie minotaur, that's actually more than enough. There we go. So 1,050 EXP. Nice. We'll eat another tent here. Okay. But yeah, I'm essentially working on 6 different challenge runs at once. So essentially Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 10, Metaphor Refantasio, Persona 4 Vanilla version, and crap, what were the other runs I was working on? Wow, I'm blanking out. Wow. But yeah, I'm essentially working on multiple runs at once. So yeah, recently I streamed like 2 videos of Persona 4 Vanilla, pretty much grinding in Yukiko's castle so I can beat Shadow Yukiko herself. And I think I'm currently at like level 19 or something like that, if I remember correctly. Might be able to win this battle without leveling up, but let's see. Okay, good. We won the battle without leveling up. Let's see here. Okay, so we're definitely going to level up if we grind any more there. So we're going to make our way back to Cornelia so we can save. We're saving in Cornelia so we can save the amount of gil that we have. Now, have I been using any potions on the way? You know, still 99 potions. Probably need to stock up on some tents, but I think I should be fine for now. So right now I can't really afford, what was I talking about? I can't really afford, spending too much money because I want to be able to get the last remaining spell as well as the bottle as soon as I possibly can. And then once I get the bottle, I'll be able to gain access to the 3rd dungeon. But before gaining access to the 3rd dungeon, I also want to do the waterfall cave first. So let me just check my stuff first. So spells. So we can't learn the break spell because only the black wizard can learn it, and we can't learn the saber spell, which we don't want to learn the saber spell because, well, it does nothing. Okay, so blind magic, or the level 7 blind magic is a status effect. It inflicts darkness, which actually could be useful. Though maybe it's something that we'll probably never use. So, and you know, I should probably just prioritize getting the the bottle, just so I can at least progress the game. And I'll also get to level 27, and I'll see if I can do like the waterfall dungeon in one shot. If I can do the waterfall dungeon in one shot, then I'm definitely making efficient progress. Now, in terms of where to do my grinding, I don't know. I guess I'll do it around Crescent Lake, maybe? Because I think any other area is just going to really level me up. Alright, the Hydra. What, only 2 damage? Am I seriously taking that less damage now? Nice. Oh crap, that leveled me up. Damn it. Agility, intelligence, yep, that's a reset. Okay, that leveled me up more than I thought it would, damn it. Okay. Where can I level up, or where can I gain EXP without accidentally over-leveling? Yeah, the Peninsula Power is definitely going to level me up. I guess maybe doing it around here, near the Earth Temple is not a bad spot. Ooh, shadows, okay. I don't know if they have like a fire weakness, because usually undead tend to have a fire weakness. Okay, 270. Okay, that's actually not bad. Actually, if I get like another encounter of those 3, that's actually kind of perfect and puts me within the EXP threshold. Nice. Okay, hopefully the last ogre doesn't run away and we can defeat it. Oh crap, that's too much EXP. God damn it. I mean, at least I gained vitality that time, but I also want to gain strength. God damn it. I'm trying not to overlevel, but I'm accidentally killing everything. Actually, now thinking about it, maybe grinding on the Peninsula Power would actually now be efficient, even if I have to... Huh. Actually, yeah, maybe I would be efficient now thinking about it. I just save here, eat a tent, and then just keep resetting until I eventually get the strength and vitality I need. So yeah, at level 27, let me just recheck. Level 27, agility and intelligence is guaranteed, and I essentially want to min-max the 1 in 16 chance that my strength and vitality go up. Just keep unleashing. So yeah, considering that I have the pro rain as well as the gold bracelet, I definitely can survive these attacks no problem, and I can just keep resetting until I eventually get the win. It might be a slight bit slower, but at least I'm gaining the most amount of EXP and money in the process. Okay, let's see. Strength, agility, intelligence. Okay, that's a reset. Okay, even if I get giants, these guys are not really not ideal to fight, so... Just cast some tier 3 magic on them until defeated. They'll eventually be defeated, even though the giants do take a while. Okay, I don't know if they're more susceptible to ice or not. I'm pretty sure they're neutral to everything, but yeah, I definitely did a lot more damage with ice there. Just keep throwing ice attacks at the giants. Okay, let's see. Okay, agility. Nope, that's a reset. So yeah, we're doing our mid-max grinding. Thankfully not too far halfway through leveling up. So unfortunately it's a 1 in 16 chance. It's a 1 in 16 chance of being able to get strength and vitality to level up, but as long as those stats are leveling up, we're making this as efficient as possible. And thankfully, the next level up at level 28, strength and vitality are guaranteed, so it's just going to be a 1 and 4 grind for agility. So I might actually consider grinding to level 28 before I consider either A, completing the second half of the sunken ship area so I can get in the items from there, or fight the Merilith. Okay, strength, agility. Okay, nope. God damn it. I hate the fact that I get a really good grind with like 4 zombie minotaurs and I have to reset just because that one stat did not go up. But yeah, we definitely want vitality to always go up because that just means more EXP for us. And we always want agility to go up because that increases our chance of dodging physical attacks. Considering that the ribbon is going to give us a resistance to every single element and status effect in the game, increasing our min-maxing our agility is going to increase the best possible defense against physical damage as much as possible. Wait, why did I go with Ice 2? Am I an idiot? Yeah, I'm an idiot. There we go. Strength, agility, vitality did not go up, so that's a reset. But yeah, as I said, I pretty much did a stream of Persona 4. Some of you might have already seen it. Most of you probably already seen it because most of the people subscribed to me are watching Persona content, even though Persona content is not the only thing I do on my channel. Agility, intelligence. Didn't even get strength or vitality. So once again, this is a 1 in 16 chance grind. Now you might be asking, like, why am I grinding strength if I'm just prioritizing magic? And the answer to that is simply, it might be helpful later down the road. It might be helpful later down the road if I min-max as much of my strength as possible, but not min-max strength at levels where agility and vitality are not guaranteed. So pretty much at levels where agility and vitality are not guaranteed, I will only be min-maxing agility and vitality. But at levels where at least a point of agility or vitality is guaranteed, I will also min-max strength. Because yeah, strength is not going to be as useful, but might still be essential. Yeah, damn it. Yeah, okay, this grinding is actually efficient. So yeah, now that we have a better chance of not dying on the Peninsula of Power, we definitely have a much fairer chance of being able to complete this. And thankfully, with the respawn rate being at 8 and us being able to reload reload our last save, this grind is pretty efficient. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Nope. But yeah, essentially the main rule is that we never allow a level up to happen unless both agility and vitality go up, and on occasion have strength go up. Luck is useless for the rest of the run because essentially the only point of luck is to increase the chances of us running away, but because the running algorithm is glitched, essentially, the only thing we need to worry about is having our luck at level 15, or our luck stat at 15. As long as we have 15 luck, we're always guaranteed to run from battles. God, my net keeps cutting out. Well, stop cutting your net. You'll need that net if you want to catch some bugs. God damn it. So yeah, this is definitely one of the most unfun parts of this solo run, is min-maxing those stats that I need. Again, I probably only need to min-max agility and vitality, but I still want to min-max strength on the off chance that it is going to be useful. And there is probably a moment where it is going to be useful, particularly when I'm grinding against the final boss fights. I mean, the last two mandatory fights in the game are probably going to be more ideal with physical attacks because we'll gain Masamune, and Masamune is the strongest attacking weapon in the game, along with a high hit rate as well as a high critical chance, and it can be equipped on every single class in the game. There's a boss that's immune to magic, right? I'm not 100% sure about that, but if there is, then I can just work my way around it, which is all the more reason why I want to be able to min-max some strength onto me. I'm definitely not min-maxing 3 stats onto 1 level up because that is insane. That's like a 1 in 64 chance. That's like a less than 2% chance of gaining those level ups. So essentially, if both agility and vitality are not guaranteed, then I'm only min-maxing for agility and vitality. If a point of agility or vitality is guaranteed, then I will also min-max strength as well. And that's, of course, whether or not if strength is like not already guaranteed or not. Yeah, I think I actually do a slight bit more damage with ice attacks against the giants. Yeah, I seem to always be hitting over 100 damage if I go with ice attacks. Yeah, we just want to min-max some stats, and then we're gonna make our way to the northwest and either A, gain the bottle. I mean, I don't think we necessarily need the bottle right now. We just mostly need the we just mostly need the ribbon from the waterfall cavern. That's mostly what we need to grind for. But we need, you know, 50,000 gil in order to get the bottle, and that's required if we want to be able to get to the 3rd Fiend dungeon. Oh, crap. My partner just called me and asked, did you put my clothes in the dryer? Oh, no, yeah, about that. I kind of forgot. Yeah, I gotta make sure I put the clothes in the dryer. Alright, I'll just quickly get through this, and I'm just gonna do that because, yeah, they gotta make sure that they have their clothes dried. Crap. Okay, let's see. Come on, let's see. Do we get the level ups we need? Yeah, we don't. Okay, before I continue on, let me just pause the game for a second. I just gotta quickly do a quick bit of laundry here. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Got the laundry in the dryer. Let's make sure that he knows that I did that. Thanks for reminding me. Just did it now. In the middle of streaming, but pause to get that done. All right. And a little kissy emoji, because why not? All right, let's see. And geez, I'm getting a lot of messages all of a sudden. Oh yeah, right. Shoot, I forgot about this. Shoot. Okay, hold on, guys. I just gotta quickly do a little bit of messaging here, and then I'll get back to it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. God, my chat rooms are so disorganized. Okay, let's see. Okay, hold on. Oh, shoot. Wrong one. No, oh, shoot. Don't delete chats. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, sorry, guys. I know I shouldn't be doing this midstream, but I just need to quickly do some stuff so that way I have some efficient stuff going on my other side of life. I think that'll be fine for now. Thanks, hon. I'll share to my other socials later. Okay. All right, I think I should be fine. Anyways, oh hey, Sparks13, how you doing? Anyway, let me just get back to the grind. I just had to temporarily stop so I could do some laundry and such. Do some laundry because I said I was going to do laundry or get some clothes in the dryer, but didn't. And I also realized that I had something that was like scheduled around noon, and I had to make sure that that stuff is like sorted out. Okay, so anyways, what were we doing? So we're grinding to level 27 right now. Agility is guaranteed at this level. We're essentially mid-maxing strength and vitality for this level, which again, mid-maxing 2 stats is a 1 in 16 chance. So, yeah, no worries, do what you gotta. Yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do because, well, I got adult life. I have an adult life. Okay. Strength, agility, intelligence, and of course I didn't get vitality. That would have been nice if I got streamer's luck and actually got vitality right there after doing some chores. Come on, RNG gods, I did some chores. I'm a good boy. Please let good boy get some, get the min-max stats that he needs, okay? I see we got the airship. What did I miss? Well, we When I started this stream, I pretty much min-maxed to level 26. I did the Volcano dungeon, got to the boss fight no problem. However, the boss fight, Merilith or Carrie, whatever you want to call her, hits us like a truck. So essentially the fight was just not doable right now at our current level and current equipment. So we did the Ice Cave instead, and after 3 tries, mostly due to stun locks, we managed to get through the Ice Cave dungeon and get the float stone and get the airship. And since then, I've been able to get some better armor onto my Black Mage, including the gold bracelet and the Pro Rain. So with the Pro Rain and gold bracelet, we're definitely tanking more damage now. And on top of that, I also made sure to learn the Ice 3 level 7 spell. And right now we're just mostly grinding, not just for EXP, but we're also grinding so we can get at least 50,000 gil, because we need at least 50,000 gil if we want to be able to get the bottle from the caravan in the desert, which is required for story progression. Great. So I managed to have enough money to get the Ice 3 spell, as well as get the Pro Rain, as well as the gold bracelet, and I managed to loot all the treasures from the Dragon Village. So that's probably the last time we're ever going to see the dragons, considering that we're not going to be getting the class upgrades. So strength, agility, intelligence. Nope, that's a reset. Ooh, already up to level 7 magic. I mean, I was already up to level 7 magic a long time ago, but yeah, I finally am able to learn level 7 magic. And unfortunately for the entire run, we're incapable of being able to learn level 8 magic. Every single level 8 magic is only learnable by the Black Wizard, but as I've already stated, using the Black Wizard is banned for the run because it's not a true Black Mage only run. While we'll still get the Rat's Tail for bragging rights to prove that, hey, we managed to complete the optional dungeon, we're not going to use the Rat's Tail and give it to Bahamut, essentially. We're going to go through the dungeon, loot the equipment that is there, and actually, now that we're in the second half of the game, we actually want to keep some of the equipment that we gain in the second half of the game, because some of that equipment has passive options, like passive skills that we can learn, some of which are going to be white magic, and considering that, well, we can never use white magic, that actually might be essential for helping us win some of these fights. In fact, I think one of them is actually, I forget what it was, but it's like something that increases your evasion chance, or it increases your defense. I forget what it is. I think it's like the Defender Sword or something that increases your defense, I think. If I'm getting that correct. But if I'm getting that correct, then we might actually have a strategy of being able to get through Carrie without dying. We can essentially just curse her with hold, and then just build up our defense, curse her again with hold, and then just rinse and repeat, and we can take far less damage from her. So that could actually be a way of us getting through Carrie as efficiently as possible. Okay, and then looks like we get first turn. But yeah, we now have access to the airship. We now have access to all the towns in the north. But the only useful thing is pretty much getting the gold bracelet, the Pro Rain. So the Pro Rain is pretty much your glove accessory, and the gold bracelet is your bracelet accessory. We're still using the cap from like the start of the game, but we'll probably be replacing that eventually. And then after that, our fourth piece of armor, which we're trying to get soon, is the ribbon. So the ribbon only increases your defense by 1, but it makes you resist every single element and ailments in the game, essentially. And with the resistance to everything, particularly the stun, we can reduce the chances of being stun locked in a dungeon. And considering that the only thing that the ribbon doesn't protect is physical attacks, other than giving you 1 point of defense, again, since we're mid-maxing our agility and vitality in every single level up, we're essentially using that to increase our chances against physical attacks, along with having the best possible armor we can equip. have to go. Unfortunately, some stuff came up. Good luck with the stat RNG. Thank you so much, Ryoka Freak. Thank you for joining the stream. Feel free to watch this later if you want. Yeah, have a good day, Ryoka Freak. Strength, agility, intelligence, still no vitality. Gosh darn it. So yeah, even grinding against higher level enemies is not going to increase our RNG chances of being able to get the stats we need. We have just as much of a chance of getting the stats we need on lower level enemies than we do with higher level enemies. And the only reason I'm doing the grind on higher level enemies is because I'm gaining a crap ton of EXP as well as money from here, so I might as well make use of the grind. Obviously, once I get the strength and vitality stat I need, I will obviously jump onto my ship and immediately save in Cornelia, both to save money for the 30 gil needed for the in trip, but also so I don't have to min-max the stats again. Okay. Agility again. I didn't really have much to eat today, and I'm already getting hungry. It's probably not ideal for me to have drinks only, but it is what it is. But yeah, against the zombie minotaurs in general, we always want to use Fire 3 since they take more damage from fire attacks. I mean, being undead enemies take more damage from fire attacks. So we always want to use Fire 3 whenever it's the zombie minotaurs or against the frozen wolves. And as for the giants, I think any element works, but I seem to always get good RNG when I roll the ice attack. So I'm always going to use the ice attack against the giants and Fire 3 against the wolves and zombie minotaurs. But yeah, thankfully, at our next level, both strength and vitality are guaranteed, so we're probably only going to min-max for agility. Or, I mean, we will only min-max for agility, and that's going to be a 1 in 4 chance at the next level. But unfortunately for this level, it's a 1 in 16 chance of getting strength and vitality to level up. Yeah, damn it. Didn't even get vitality that turn either. Because, yeah, even though we're not religiously min-maxing strength, we still want to get a lot of strength onto our Black Mage, both as a backup, but also as the best possible way of being able to defeat the last 2 boss fights of the game. So the rematch against Tiamat and the fight against Chaos. Strength, agility. There we go, we got it. Frick yes. Okay, immediately get to our airship and go back to Cornelia. Go back to Cornelia to save, since it costs less than just using a tent. Unfortunately, since some of the remaining dungeons require us to get to it on foot, we will need to use tents outside of the dungeons and such. Thankfully, the 3rd dungeon is like within a town, so we can just save within a town. Sucks when you don't get what you need. When you don't get what you need quickly in the first few tries. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so we're 341 HP now. So there we go. We have 81 evade. Nice. Unfortunately, our absorb never goes up. The absorb only goes up depending on what armor we equip. But as long as we're min-maxing agility, then we are increasing our evasion chance. And the evasion chance only affects physical attacks. Alright, so now that we min-max our stats, I think what I'm going to do is actually try to attempt the Waterfall Cavern now. The Waterfall Cavern is thankfully a very easy dungeon. It's literally only 1 floor's worth of stuff. But it's going to be useful stuff nonetheless. Actually, how much money do we have? Okay, yeah, we definitely don't have enough money for anything. it's probably not worth going to the town to the right. So we're just gonna eat a tent once we're outside of the dungeon. So just run from everything. Run from everything. Use tents to heal. And then eat a tent when we're just outside of where the waterfall is. So yeah, there's the next dungeon, or the next dungeon there, literally where that town is. So that town is where the next dungeon's gonna be. But we're not gonna go there just yet. At least not until we have what we need to enter said dungeon. Okay, here we go. So this is where the waterfall cavern is. So we're gonna eat ourselves some tents until we're fully restored on health. And now we're going to be doing the waterfall dungeon. So I need to look up the map because I definitely don't have it memorized, even though it's just one floor. Okay, so waterfall cave. So yeah, it's a little bit of a labyrinth. And thankfully, the only thing that is required is pretty much just one room with a bunch of chests. And this is absolutely required considering that... okay, the mud ghouls. Crap. Okay, so I need to look up the dungeons here. Set encounters, monster families. No, okay, I just want to look up monsters. Okay, so these are called the mud ghouls. So let's see, where are the mud ghouls here? I want to make sure that this battle is runnable, because if it's runnable, I want to run away from it. But if it's not runnable, then I want to make sure that I'm using the most efficient attacks against them. Alright. Dang, 341 HP is good. Yep, it is good. Any higher HP than what we have is good. I mean, as long as we're min-maxing our vitality, we're always gaining more levels than before. So, okay, here we go. Mud Ghoul. So status, poison, death, fire, cold, lightning. So it pretty much resists almost pretty much every single element. Wait, hold on. Let me actually go to its stat page. Okay, so earth attacks. It can take earth attacks, and it can also take time attacks. So the only time attacks is stop and zap, which we're incapable of learning. And then the earth attacks, the only one that we have is quake, but unfortunately we didn't learn that spell. Actually, what level spell is that? That's a level 6 spell. Okay, so we're capable of learning the quake spell because the quake spell is the only earth spell. But what I need to know is whether or not if this battle is runnable or not. Okay, these battles are runnable, so we can run away from them. So yeah, pretty much you want to use earth attacks on these guys, but considering that they're likely going to be tough enemies, we're just going to... Actually, hold on. I literally get the enemy spawn like 1 pixel above, or 1 square space above. Yeah, I'm just going to reset that. The nightmare. Okay, I gotta open up the thing and make sure I'm actually... Okay, so the nightmares, let's see, nightmares. Okay, so, okay, at least I actually get information on what is runnable or not. So every single battle is runnable except for Gas D. So Gas D, whoever those enemies are the only battles that are not runnable. And if we do face up against the Gas D, we want to use ice attacks on the Gas D. So just run from every single encounter and only fight the Gas Ds with ice attacks. Otherwise, run from every encounter and heal. That's essentially the strategy. Okay. Let me just heal back up to full. So the Gas D is the only battle or the only encounter we can't run away from. So if we get those, just use our Ice 3 attacks, which thankfully we have learned. Alright, thankfully it only took the time buffing itself, which is good. Less potions to waste. Make sure I'm heading the right way. Okay, so up, and then right, and then it's like downward. But yeah, entering the waterfall cave is not only useful for us to get the ribbon, but it's also essential in order to make progression in the 4th dungeon of the game. Yeah, and once we get the ribbon, we're not safe from stun locks, but we have a reduced chance of being stunned. No star? Why are you using no star for? Why is there a bat out of bounds? Okay, so there's a forced encounter here, but I think this is one we can run away from. We don't have to fight them. Okay, good. Okay, we found the wizard staff, but I don't know if that's going to be useful or not. Alright, hold on. I gotta look this up. Let me see. Okay, so we can get the defense from here. We get the cube from here by talking to the robot, and we get the ribbon, and the rest is all money. So let me just see. Okay, so we can't use the wizard staff because the wizard staff can only be used by the black wizard. So unfortunately, the wizard staff is unusable, regardless if it's useful or not. Okay, let me just restore some HP. And there we go. We got the ribbon, and we're going to immediately equip this. So here we go, the ribbon. And this replaces the cap, actually. So the ribbon is going to be an endgame item that we're going to use. So the cap is no longer useful, since apparently the ribbon replaces the cap. So we're going to sell the cap, and the ribbon is going to be an endgame armor piece. So the ribbon only gives us one thing of defense. It only gives us one thing of defense. But the upside with the ribbon is that it gives us a resistance to every single element in the game, including ailments and insta-kills. So, there we go. We got one of the best armor pieces in the game, the ribbon. Frick, yes. Ugh. Now let's get ourselves some money. Run. Okay. And we get the defense. Now this is actually pretty handy. Now while we're not going to equip it, we definitely want to make sure that it's in our item slot, because I'm pretty sure the defense... Actually, hold on. Let me make sure the wizard staff doesn't have any passive effects. Let's see. It casts... Hold on. Okay, so defense is a fantastic weapon. It is only slightly more powerful than the ice sword, but no weapon other than Masamune has more hit rate. Makes it perfect for the Red Ninja Red Wiz. As a nice bonus, defense casts Roost, used as an item, which grants bonus evade. So Roost, which is essentially our evasion attack, so it pretty much has the effects of Invis, the white magic. So essentially, if we use the defense in battle, the defense the defense increases our evasion rate to physical attacks. So the defense is going to be super useful going forth. So we don't want to get rid of this. We do not want to get rid of this. And unfortunately, it seems like the... Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm just looking this up. Okay, I'm pretty sure the wizard staff has no passive effect, at least I don't think. Does it have a passive effect? It's likely never going to win. It can cast confusion. I mean, I guess we can always test it out on a low-level enemy encounter. But yeah, we definitely want to keep the defense in our item slot for the rest of the run. And we definitely want to make sure we never sell it. Okay, now we're going to talk to Mr. Robot here. Take this cube. With it, you can transfer to the floating castle. So essentially, there's kind of like 2 dungeons with the final dungeon. You got the Mirage Tower and the floating castle. In order to move from the Mirage Tower to the floating castle, we need this cube. So we need to get the cube from this robot here. But on top of that, we need the defense in order to use it to increase our evasion rate, and the ribbon in order to increase our overall defense against every element in the game. So now, whenever they try to insta-kill us, we have a severe low chance of being insta-killed. And the thing is that we already had a low chance of getting insta-killed with the Pro Rain, but since the Pro Rain offers great defense, yeah, we just have a great advantage. I'm gonna just burn these guys with fire, why not? Okay, we didn't kill every single one with fire, but that's fine. It's just we're here, we might as well at least gain the EXP they offer. That's a good amount of EXP and money. Okay, so now that we're done talking to Mr. Friendly Robot, we have the ribbon now, so now we got an increased chance of never getting stun locked for the rest of the game, as well as a decreased chance of getting insta-kill, which we already had. We're pretty much set for almost the rest of the game. Okay, thankfully the Gas Ds are actually a very, very low enemy encounter. So yeah, the Gas Ds, as I said in this dungeon, are unrunnable, but we're probably never going to see them, considering that they apparently have less than a 2% chance of spawning. Okay, just run from them. There's really no point in fighting them. I pretty much made enough money for the in-trip back, so there we go. So unfortunately, most enemies are going to launch physical attacks on me more often, but that's okay. As long as we're mid-max in agility and vitality, we're good. Down. Still want to use a map because I want to make sure I'm not wasting square space. Run. Okay, so thankfully the Waterfall Cave was easy. The Waterfall Cave was easy, and I'm glad it was an easy trip. Key. And I wonder why Nintendo calls these bats keys. Run. The fact you're getting late game equipment at level 27 is crazy. Yeah, I mean, especially for a solo run. Now, obviously, this is not the best equipment we're gonna get. I mean, we want to be able to get, what is it called? Geez, what is it freaking called? Okay, let's eat a tent. So there we go. We got the ribbon. So the ribbon is our best possible chance of being able to get through the rest of the game as efficiently as possible. But if we can get more better equipment, then that would be even nicer. Lord Ochu. Does Ochu take more damage from fire attacks, or does it take more damage from electric attacks, out of curiosity? Let me just see. Okay, no, it resists fire and earth, and it takes more damage to lightning. So yeah, just keep throwing lightning attacks on the Ochu, and they should be golden. Hello, I love your videos. Thank you so much, Unsettled Pie. Okay, we definitely have a lot to level up for, and we're gonna need to do some min-max level. Oh wait, no, we actually have enough money to get the bottle from the caravan, so we're definitely going to do that. We're definitely going to get the bottle from the caravan, and while I'm not sure if I'm going to actually complete the entirety of the oh my god, I'm taking ridiculous damage here. Just run from this. Okay, at least I ate a tent, so I should be fine if I die. Yeah, I should be fine. I'm only spawning like right here anyway. I already got what I needed inside the waterfall cave. Yeah, just because we have the ribbon does not mean we're taking less damage. It just means we're able to, well, not die as often. I'm pretty sure there's no point of going to this town yet. At least not until we have what we need in order to get to the next dungeon. And in order to get to the next dungeon, we're going to need to get the item we need from the caravan. Oh my god, these random encounters. Okay, these guys we always want to run away from them. Even though the experience gain we get from them is fine, they give crap money. Okay, where am I going? Okay, I want to go up and then land in this particular spot. I'll eat a tent here just so I don't have to go through the waters again. Actually, realistically, I should be going to Cornelia to save, but whatever. Let me just get the bottle, and then I'll go to Cornelia to save. Or actually, no, I can probably go to the next town and actually get that done over with. So here we go, the bottle. So now that we have the bottle, we can actually check what's in the bottle. Pop, a fairy appears, and then is gone. Now, the game never tells you where the frick this fairy goes. And I'm not sure if later releases actually tells you where the fairy goes, but yeah, it goes... Oh, I can't run from the Cerberus? Okay, hold on. Okay, let me just look up the enemies. Okay, so Cerberus is unrunnable, okay. Or Cerebus, okay. No, not Cerebud, Cerebus, okay. Okay, so they take more damage from ice attacks, so use ice attacks on them. May run at party level 33 plus? What? Wait, so they're runnable, but also not? What sense does that make? Okay, there's different variations of them, but yeah, apparently the variations that are near the caravan, apparently they're unrunnable for some reason. I don't know why that is, but apparently that's what it is. Okay, before we do any saving, we might as well just go to where that fairy goes. The game never tells you where this fairy goes, and I'm not sure if later re-releases actually tells you where the fairy goes, but the fairy essentially goes to the this town, Gaia, I think it's called. So we go to Gaia, and then we go to that little spring that we found, and this is where we can get the essential item from the fairy in order to access the third dungeon. And I'm debating whether or not if I should do parts of the third dungeon, like the plundering visit, because if we do the plundering visit, we can actually get the opal bracelet, and the opal bracelet will be an endgame piece. Oh no, I'm going the wrong way. The opal bracelet will be not only the replacement for the gold bracelet, but it will actually be one of the endgame equipments that we will wear, because the opal bracelet is better than the gold bracelet. So this will give us even more defense and make us more than capable of being able to defeat Carrie in the Volcano dungeon. And then after that, it's pretty much just min-maxing our agility, vitality, and leveling up if need be, and pretty much fighting the Kraken. And we'll definitely need to go like 2 different ways in the sunken ship level. So here we go. The pirate trapped me in the bottle. I will draw Oxiel from the bottom of the spring for you. Thank you for saving me. Remember, Oxiel will give you air. So there we go. So this is essential for the sunken ship level where the third fiend is. So there we go. We're making so much progress, guys. Now, before I proceed on, let me just see. I mean, I can get my last level 7 spell within the within the town where the sunken ship is. But considering how efficient the Peninsula Power grinding is, I might actually grind more on the Peninsula Power. So I'll at least do one battle on the Peninsula Power and just make my way to the, and then just make my way to Cornelia. Just do one battle here. I just want to make sure that I'm getting my money's worth, which I am, because Cornelia is like the cheapest inn that you can purchase. But yeah, I'm definitely glad we're making so much progress. I wasn't sure if I was going to complete the water cavern within this dungeon. I mean, heck, I wasn't even sure if I was going to be completing like the ice cavern in this run, but apparently we are. So yeah, even though Provoca is closer, we're still going to save at Cornelia because we still need money if we're going to get the last remaining spells in the game. And I think from this point forward, we don't need to buy any more armor from the armor shops. Any useful armor that we can get, we have to get within dungeons. So the only reason we'll need money outside of buying some of the last remaining spells in the game is mostly just so we can stock up on 99 potions, some pures, and a decent amount of tents. Okay, can't carry anymore, so yeah, I didn't really use that many potions, thankfully. So I'll stock up on some tents. Pures, because why not? Even though we actually have less of a chance of actually getting inflicted with poison, so Pure is probably not going to be as useful for the rest of the run. Though just because we have a decreased chance of being inflicted by ailments thanks to the ribbon doesn't mean we can't be inflicted by ailments. Meaning stun locks, poison, and, you know, even stone or death can still happen, unfortunately. So we're going to grind now to level 27. Oh no, we're level 27. We're going to grind to level 28 because level 28, the next grind to level 28 is going to be strength and vitality guaranteed, which means it's going to be a 1 and 4 grind for agility. So we're going to do that first before we actually consider going to the sunken ship, because I think I might actually go to the sunken ship dungeon first. Though, before I consider that, let me just quickly check the maps here. No, not that dungeon. Hold on. Okay, apparently it's called the Sea Shrine. Oh my god, stop clicking on the wrong thing. And, whew, man, the Sea Shrine is quite a labyrinth. Okay, let's see. Where do we get the Opal bracelet? Opal bracelet is 19. Okay, and we're actually getting the Opal bracelet during our plundering visit to where we actually need to go first, because the dungeon itself splits in like 2 different directions, and we actually want to visit the mermaids first before the boss itself, which is the Kraken. And we're definitely not going to fight the Kraken yet. We're mainly just doing the the first half of the sunken ship dungeon, mostly so we can get some loot, an essential item that is required for progression, as well as getting the Opal bracelet, as it has the best possible defense and is better than the gold bracelet. Now you might be wondering, well, you got the gold bracelet, so you wasted money. Yes, I did, but extra bit of defense still goes a long way. Okay, so let me just make sure I'm not over leveling. Thankfully, I'm not. So I don't really need to save with a tent because I'm able to defeat these encounters no problem. Okay, frozen wolves. So even if we don't get a bunch of zombie minotaurs, the frozen wolves or even some other encounters are still ideal to fight. Da, da, da. Yeah, every single time I stream this game, I'm kind of always surprising myself how much progress I'm making. And honestly, I think that's a good sign. And considering that, A, I've been min-maxing my agility and vitality, and I got almost every late game armor piece I need, I'm definitely making efficient use of everything. Alright, here we go. An efficient grind here. So yeah, once I start getting too low on HP, I'm definitely going to at least go to Cornelia, because I want to refuse using the potions or tents unless I absolutely need to use them. Because yeah, now that we're more endurable, we're definitely winning these fights, no problem. Okay, how much more EXP do I need? Yeah, I'll save in Cornelia. Let's not get greedy. Let's not get greedy because those guys could probably crit me. So we're going to save in Cornelia, and then we're going to grind to at least... oh, sorry, no. We're going to grind to at least level 28. And again, since Strength and Vitality are guaranteed at the next level, we're only going to min-max Agility. And then after that, we're going to actually make our way to the Sunken Ship level. Like, yeah, I do have the Volcano level, but there's really no point in completing it other than to have access to the final dungeon. And considering that the Sunken Ship level has the next best armor piece that I need, and I actually need to complete one half of the Sunken Ship level regardless, then yeah, that's right now the most efficient grind. I mean, once I have the Opal Bracelet, then I definitely have the best possible defense to face up against Carrie or Merilith anyway. Da, da, da. Man, I am getting a lot of messages on my phone for no reason. I mean, at least it's mostly from friends, but I'm in the middle of the stream, guys. I'll talk to you later. I mean, I love you all, but I'll talk to you later. Oh my god, seriously? This guy is still not down? Okay, I'm definitely gonna need to go back to Cornelia to save after this one. Okay, I'll respond to that later. For now, let's focus on the grind. So I'm definitely going to need to go back to Cornelia to restock on my HP. So yeah, now that we have efficient use of the ship and we can always go back to Cornelia to save, like, I'll definitely go to Provoca after we at least make sure that we gain every possible magic or whatever we need to make the Sunken Ship and the remaining levels efficient. Wait, why am I there? I'm not supposed to go there. I'm supposed to go to the end. I'm already stocked on 99 potions. Right now, I want to be able to be conservative with my money. And now it's time to go back to some Peninsula Power grinding. And I also need to make sure that I pay attention to my levels because I don't want to accidentally over-level when I don't want to. Okay, yeah, we're still got ways to go. Okay, these guys are probably going to take a lot of HP out of me, so I should probably save after this one, unless I dodge a lot of attacks. Unless I dodge a lot of attacks, I'm probably going to need to save after this one. Definitely going to need to save after this one since I lost a lot of HP. Alright, 4 giants. How much? Okay, 3,500. Nice. Okay, 5,000. So, making good progress. Definitely going to save since I lost a lot of HP there. So I hope you guys are all having a pretty great day or whatever the heck you're doing in your real lives. Me, I'm actually doing pretty good. I mean, yeah, there's the struggles of adulthood and all that sort of stuff, but for the most part, I'm doing good. But yeah, gaining access to the airship is definitely the best possible thing that can happen in this run. One thing's for sure is that once I'm done streaming this, I'm definitely gonna get myself a nice meal. Come on, one hit kill all the wolves. My furry wolf friends are gonna hate me for that. Okay, that was actually pretty good. Okay, fortunately grinding to the next level is definitely gonna level me up, so... I don't know, if I get an encounter with like maybe just one of these enemies, I'll be fine. I think I might level up if I fight this Tyro, so nope. I'm definitely gonna level up if I fight these giants. Okay, I should just go back to the Cornelia and save. At least I'm gaining a crap ton of money from these battles, so it's not like I'm wasting money going back to the end constantly. But yeah, just do an encounter. It's going to be a 1 in 4 grind to agility anyway, because again, strength and vitality are going to be guaranteed at this level that I'm going to. So I just continue the grind. If I happen to level up, then I just roll the 1 in 4 chance of getting strength. If I don't level up, I can just go back to Cornelia to save and guarantee that the next grind will level me up. But yeah, the run definitely went from, yeah, we're definitely having difficulties and troubles now to, okay, now the run is getting easier from this point on. Like, I could probably... get past the Merilith carry fight, no problem. I'm on the verge of sleep, so I'm gonna pop off. Okay, you enjoy yourself, Sparks. 13, I'll see you around, buddy. For now, I'm just gonna be min-maxing some stats onto my Black Mage here. So once again, the next level, strength and vitality are guaranteed. It's just agility, and it's a 1 in 4 chance, so a 25% chance that we get agility to level up, and we just keep resetting until we eventually get agility to level up. Although now thinking about it, I saved outside of Cornelia. I saved outside of Cornelia, which means I'm going to have to fly from Cornelia back to the Peninsula of Power. So I probably should eat a tent around here. Unless I don't level up, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. Okay. Oh, wait, no, it's the agility I need. Yeah, it's agility that I need. Okay, let me reset. Yeah, I start off here. Yeah, I should probably eat a tent just so I have reset less. I mean, at least I'm making a crap ton of money, so I can always buy that tent back. Okay, so let's eat a tent. And since I'm going straight into a dungeon anyway, into a town, I'm honestly doing good. I'm honestly doing good. And actually, after I get to the next level, I can probably just head straight to the next town instead of saving in Cornelia. I mean, I really only need money in order to get at least one more thing of level 7 magic, but I'm probably not going to be using it, at least not yet with my current plan. Oh my god, they're actually hitting me hard. But yeah, right now the goal is to get to the next level, try to see if we can complete at least half of the 3rd dungeon, because yeah, you're actually intended to do a plunder and visit, and then actually complete the other half of the dungeon to fight up against the Kraken, which is the 3rd fiend fight. But we actually want to do the one half of the dungeon first, because not only do you need a piece of equipment that is essential for leveling up, but you also need, or not leveling up, for plot progression, but you also need the, fuck, what's it called? The Opal Bracelet for the best defense. Okay, there we go, a good amount of enemies here. And then once we head into the sunken ship level, once again, we're just getting it for the Opal Bracelet and for the... I forget what the item is even called. What is the item called that we need that's there? It's called the... hold on. The slab. Yeah, the slab. What is the slab used for exactly? The slab, give to a doctor in Melmond to learn, Lefinish. Okay, so this is just more or less required so we can actually enter the fourth dungeon. So, yeah, okay. But yeah, I think I should have enough time to actually stream myself going through half of the sunken ship level. Da-na-na. And yeah, considering that we're mostly sailing on some waters on our way to the town, considering that we're not really using our, okay, there we go, agility, intelligence, vitality, okay, there we go, we got the stats we need. Okay, so let's jump on our ship, and instead of heading to Cornelia, we're just going to head to the next town, because we're just going to save using a tent anyway, as well as save at the inn that is there. That's actually the fortunate thing about this third Fiend dungeon, is that we actually enter the dungeon through a town, and thankfully this town has an inn. So unfortunately, the only place to land is unfortunately not around here. Yeah, we can't land around here, unfortunately. As convenient that would be, we have to start all the way from here. Okay, so we're going to eat a tent right now, and then just make our way to the town. So there we go, we're level 28, definitely require a lot more to level up. 82% chance of dodging physical attacks, and we happen to get both strength, agility, and vitality during that level up, which means we're overpowering our character. And na ocho, okay. That sounds like a bad pun of some sort of nacho. Okay, so what is the difference with this guy? Hold on. I just want to make sure I know the difference between ocho and not ocho. Okay. Okay, so not ocho. So it has a chance of inflicting poison, and yeah, there's no element vulnerability. There's no element vulnerability with this guy, so we just gotta wail in with any attacks we have. Oh, this guy hits hard. This guy hits hard. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna reset. At least I saved out here, so I don't have to worry about losing progress. And doing the 1 and 4 grind for agility again. Okay, at least these guys are at least worthwhile to attack. And considering that most of them are weak to electric damage, I can just throw a bunch of electric damage at them until they eventually defeat me. Holy crap, these guys hit hard. And of course, none of them go... Yeah, I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die here. Or maybe not. Or maybe so. God damn it. Jesus Christ. I mean, I know these enemies are strong, but geez. But yeah, we're getting to a point where we have, like, more potential of stronger enemies to face up against instead of the zombie minotaurs. Okay, at least we have a better chance against the Hydra. But yeah, considering that we're running from every single enemy encounter anyway within the sunken level, and only fighting the enemies if we can't run away from them, I'm not too concerned about accidentally leveling up while in the dungeon itself. Jeez, these guys hit hard like a truck. Like a monster truck, if anything. Alright, straight shot up to the village, and there we go. Nice. Okay, let's see what's in this item shop. Okay, we got a bunch of potions. Okay, we're full on potions, right? We're full on potions. We're probably not going to need pures much anymore for the rest of the run. And, there's really not much around here. I mean, there's the item shop, obviously, and we're going to need to save at the end, but let's just see what's in the item shop first. Okay, so do not get Saber. I mean, this is only for the Black Mage anyway, but do not get Saber. Blind, this is the only other spell we can learn with the Black Mage, and this pretty much guarantees darkness on an enemy that has less than 300 HP, essentially. I'm midway watching part 2 of the Doing Nothing Persona 5 Royal Run. Ah, that run. I hate it, but gosh darn did it give me, like, so much attention. I saw Bahamut, but to be honored as a true warrior, I must return with proof of my courage. Now, yes, I could complete the optional dungeon for the Rat's Tail, but right now I don't think that's really important. At least I don't think so. So, even though it's like 300 gil to save here, we have a lot of gil to spare, so we're fine. Okay, so now our goal is to try to complete the plundering visit of the sunken ship, doing the one half of the dungeon. We're pretty much going to be visiting the mer people. Warriors, you have the Oxiel, the mermaids wait, please help them. So here we go, we enter into the submarine, and there we go, New Fiend Dungeon. What's this challenge run? Solo Black Mage run, if that wasn't obvious. Pretty much all of my party members are dead, but the Black Mage is the only one that is still alive and kicking. Now, I'm pretty sure we go to the right, but let me just check before I commit to it. Okay, so there are 2 chests within this area containing some money, but I'm not really concerned about money at the moment. I pretty much just want to make sure that I have a straight shot towards where I need to go. And yeah, okay, so it looks like we have to go up and then right. So you want to go up and right to do the plundering visit, and then you want to go up and left in order to face up against the fiend. Now, before we actually become an idiot and try to run away from encounters, we need to make sure that these guys are actually runnable. If they're not runnable and we have to fight them, we just need to figure out their weakness. So, Sea Troll. Hold on. Okay, so the Sea Troll is susceptible to lightning attacks, obviously. But I want to know if they're runnable, so let me see. Okay, so yeah, all various versions of them are all runnable. So the Sea Troll we can run from. They're weak to electric, but let's just say the Lobster. Let me just check the Lobster. No, that's not how you spell lobster. Stir. Okay, the Lobster is also weak to electric attacks and has a resistance to fire attacks. Let me see. Sunken Ship. And, okay, so these guys are runnable. But if we want to fight them, they are weak to electric attacks. But we just want to run from every single encounter and only fight them if they're a forced fight. Yeah, probably shouldn't be too greedy and actually heal. Because there's a chance that we can do the plunder and visit, get what we need, and on our way out, we frickin' die. But thankfully, on the floor where the mermaids are, which should be the very next floor we have to go to, we don't need to worry about accidentally dying. So let me just check the chests that are on this floor. So let's see, we got Ample Armor, useless. 20 gil, useless. The light axe, theoretically useful, as it actually is a passive item that actually allows the use of lightning damage, but considering that we're using lightning damage and stronger lightning damage as is, that's not very useful. There's the mage staff, which pretty much allows us to do fire damage, but we're also doing fire damage already. Let's see, and then we got just a bunch of money. So yeah, there's really not any useful chests on this floor unless we want some passive armor, which is really not really useful since we're already playing as a black mage with more powerful spells anyway. Wait, what? Was I incapable of running? Don't tell me the ghosts. God damn it. I already wasted a lot of HP there. Okay, hold on. Let me check. Okay, so weak to fire. Sunken ship. And they're an unrunnable encounter. I wish I looked that up before I actually committed. So we gotta kill them with fire if they don't kill me first. Yeah, they're likely gonna kill me first. God damn it. Okay, so the ghosts are an unrunnable battle, so whenever we get those, we have to... Oh, of course I spawn, like, way out here. So every time I need to retry the dungeon, I have to respawn on the outside of the goddamn town. But at least we don't have to save at the end. So, let's go back to the shrine. So next time we fight up against the ghosts, we have to make sure we eliminate them with fire, since they are an unrunnable battle. And once again, any battles that we can run away from, or even, well, win and have to fight, we have to make sure we always run away. Pretty sure these guys are runnable. Wait, I can't... What? 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 I can't run from these guys. Are you serious? Hold on. Hold on. What the frick? Ah, jeez, okay. Ah, man, this guide is, like, so disorganized. Okay, so yeah, the WS, so the green guy over there, is the reason I'm unable to run. On the bright side, at least finding their weakness is easy. It's lightning, so just throw lightning at these guys. So as long as the WS guy goes down, we can win this battle. But if we're going to defeat them all anyway, we might as well gain their experience and loot. Because I'm pretty sure if we run from a battle, even if we defeat some enemies, we're not going to gain the EXP and money from it. We might as well make use of the EXP and money. So now that we killed that guy, we're able to run from these guys, I think. I mean, I'll have to look up to make sure that we can run from these guys. Actually, let me look it up right now since their name's right here. Oh, they're an unrunnable encounter. So they're runnable on the overall map, but apparently not runnable inside the Sunken Shrine. Okay. This game just got more difficult. Wow. So yeah, now we're facing up against enemies that are truly unrunnable and can only be defeated with brute force. Gosh darn it. But once again, we're just here for a plundering visit. We're not here for anything else. Or the plundering visit where the mermaids are. We're ignoring pretty much every other thing in the area. Okay, let me see. So pretty much the ghost, the red and Wiz Shahag are unrunnable. The lobster and the sea snake are runnable. Okay, so great shark, runnable. So this is a runnable battle. And of course I take damage, so I have to waste 2 potions to heal. There we go. Once we gain the items we need and get out of here, we're golden. And the best part is that once we actually gain what we need... Okay, so we have to fight this encounter because these guys are unrunnable. But thankfully, once we get to the next floor, we don't need to worry about we don't need to worry about random encounters because there's no random encounters on the first floor. So once we plunder all the chests within the room below, we just need to worry about, well, making it out alive once we're done our plundering visit. But yeah, as much as we should get ourselves the mage staff and the lightning axe, I'm not prioritizing that right now. Though I probably should still go out of my way to get it on the off chance I do run out of magic damage later on. But it's probably not going to be useful. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Hold on. Okay, so right and then straight down. And hold on, I need to probably heal. Yep. Okay, I can gain a decent amount of money if I actually go into that room, but it's really not important right now. Okay, so we should be safe here. I think every single encounter around here should be just, or there's no encounters around here, so we just need to simply, actually let me make sure there's no surprise encounters around here. Okay, there's no surprise encounters around here, so we're just simply here to plunder a bunch of chests, and there we go, we got the Opal Bracelet. Let's equip that right away. So we're going to trade the cap with the opal here. And then equip the opal bracelet. And there you go, guys. We did it. So the opal bracelet is better than the gold bracelet. And with the opal bracelet, we're able to take much, much less damage. So let me just check the stats. So yeah, now we're at 43 absorb. So now we got the best bracelet in the game. So, with 43 absorb, we can definitely take on some of the remaining boss fights in the game, particularly carry much more efficiently. Now, I don't know if I need to actually talk to any of these mer people. I don't think I need to. If we cannot regain the power of water, we will become bubbles, then disappear. Aren't you supposed to become foam? I'm pretty sure that's how Hans Christian Andersen wrote you guys. And they never wonder what happened. Maybe she grew legs and walked away. I don't know what she did. Unbelievable. You can breathe underwater? I'm impressed. Okay, now this is kind of a little evasive, but apparently you gotta go in this direction to end up on the opposite side of the map in order to access this one room where 3 chests are. And these 3 chests is pretty much what you actually need to go for. So you actually loop around the map going in this direction, and the game never really specifically tells you that you can do that. So we got the opal helmet, the opal whatever that is, and the slab. So the slab is what we need to progress the story. And while we're here, we're going to plunder the rest of the remaining chest, sell what we don't need. But yeah, now that we have the opal bracelet, we have the best possible defense for our black mage. So I'll just plunder every single chest in existence and make sure that we are actually gaining every single chest. Unfortunately, the game, or this game, does not tell you whether or not if you actually open that chest or not, so you gotta really pay attention and make sure you actually opened up every chest. I suppose you are legendary. Why, thank you. The Black Mage himself sure is legendary. Okay, we'll go up and get this one because it should have 2 chests in it. No, open the chests. Money! 10 gil. Still better than nothing. Are we going to become bubbles? I don't know. Start blowing bubbles in the water, I guess. Okay, so it should be this room and then just 2 rooms below us. Okay, so 5,000 gil. We don't need to worry about those 2 rooms because they're just mermaids. Opal shield, which we can't equip, so we're going to sell that. So, yeah, even though we got some loot that we're never going to be able to use, at least we got some loot to sell for money. And an extra pier, even though we're probably not going to use piers for the rest of the run. To unlock the Mirage Tower, the Lefanish used musical code. So, yeah, obviously we need the slab in order to enter the Mirage Tower. Alright, so we should have everything that we need within this area. Now it's just a matter of making it out of the dungeon without dying. But thankfully with the Opal Bracelet, that should be more than doable. As long as we make sure that we heal between every single encounter. So before I escape, yes, we're fully healed, good. I'll just get the chest here because at least it's a lot of money. And I think the remaining chests are just not worth going out of my way for. I mean, 7 is where the mage staff is, 6 is where the light axe is. You know, I'll get the mage staff since it kind of is on the way, but I shouldn't need the lightning staff. Okay, can I run from water? Game, can I run from water? Why does the game not tell me if I can run from water? Oh, I can't run from water, apparently. Apparently, the monster water is apparently an unrunnable battle. But, thankfully, they're weak to ice, so I'm gonna use ice. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. You better defeat these sons of bitches. They have like 300 HP according to the guide. Hopefully I can defeat them. Okay, just one more left. Just use the Ice 3 and get the frick out of here. Fully healed to full. Yeah, I got a little too greedy, but I probably would have had a fight against them anyway. Never suspected that the simple element of water would actually be, well, powerful. I mean, granted, water can do some pretty dangerous things that you would not expect, but yeah. Also, I need to make sure that I can actually get some potions within the town that I'm in, because if not, then I have to go back to Cornelia. Okay, so the only chest that I'm going to get on the way is this one, which is the Mage Staff. Okay, this battle I can run from. Missed. Close call. Good. I'm just going to get this one chest because this is the Mage Staff. Not as useful, considering that it's just tier 2 fire, but it's better than nothing, honestly. I'll just put the wizard staff down there because it's not like I'm ever going to use it. And now it's just getting the frick out of this dungeon. Okay, and then chest 5, which is just above, is 20 gil. Literally not worth going out of my way for. So just go up, right, and get the frick out of the dungeon. Okay, sea snakes. Let's see. Okay, sea snakes are runnable, so I can run from this. Okay, getting close to the end. It's tempted to open up another chest, but do not do it. Just get out of this dungeon. Get out. We have the best possible bracelet. That's all we need in this dungeon. Heal back up to full, even if I don't get another encounter on my way out. Because you never know what kind of encounter you're going to get. Of course, I heal up when I get out of the dungeon. But there we go. We got out of the dungeon, so we're safe. So let me just go to the item stock, restock back up on potions, and actually I can also start selling equipment as well. And actually get at least the last... spell that I need, actually. So don't learn Saber, you want to learn the blind spell. And there we go, we learned all possible level 7,000 something in this game. So there we go, that's all the 7 spells we can learn is Ice 3 and Blind. And I think the other level 6 spell we can't learn. It was Lit 3, Stun. Actually, no, I think we can learn another level 6 spell that we'll probably learn Quake or something, but we'll not learn it unless we absolutely need to. And damn, there's a lot of NPCs on this map. And of course, there's no armor shop for me to sell armor or anything. Okay. And of course, I gotta keep scrolling down to heals, because we definitely used a lot of potions in that level. Now, part of me wonders if I should actually get the volcano level out of the way before proceeding on with the rest of the sunken ship level, considering the sunken ship level is supposed to be completed after the volcano level. But one thing's for sure is that I definitely need to make sure that I heal at the end before I even consider going out. Actually, I should probably see what the Kraken has. Oh yeah, we can also get the ribbon apparently within this dungeon, but... Now, we can also get the power gauntlets within the Sunken Shrine dungeon, but apparently the spell that it uses is Saber, but since Saber doesn't work, it's actually pretty useless. Let's see, what do we have here? Alright, I was trying to see if I can find the enemy of the dungeon. Gosh darn it. Okay, I need an overview. Darn it. Okay, this is such a effective guide, but man, can it be disorganized at times. Okay, so the Kraken. That is the main fight, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so the Kraken is weak to mostly electric attacks, so we want to use electric attacks on the Kraken. It has 1,600 HP. You know what? It actually might be a little bit more efficient if I actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do the volcano level. I think I'm going to do the volcano level first, and then I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm full on potions. Yeah, full on potions. I definitely have enough EXP that I don't accidentally level up. And how am I for magic? You know what, considering that it's more expensive to sleep here than it is to eat a tent, I'm just going to eat a tent outside. Just eat a tent here, and then just make my way to Crescent Lake. Or actually, no, I think the more efficient way to get to... No, I'm thinking of the Ice Cavern. No, the more efficient way of getting to the... the volcano is through Crescent Lake. So yeah, we want to go to Crescent Lake. And actually, now thinking about it... Actually, no, we don't need to go to Crescent Lake. We actually can just go to Cornelia and actually spend less money saving there, because I'm pretty sure we can actually park our ship just outside of the volcano. We can park our ship just outside of the volcano, eat a tent there, and yeah, so it's going to be easier from this point forward, actually. We just got to make sure that we don't accidentally level up while in the dungeon, which can possibly happen. And unfortunately, the next stat grinding is unfortunately going to be a... Ugh, geez, poison. The next stat grinding is unfortunately going to be one of those 1 in 16 chances. So yeah, even though we have the ribbon, there's still a chance of us getting poisoned. So yeah, we're just going to go to Cornelia to fully restore our magic and HP. Oh, wait, we need to go down. That's why I'm not finding the town. We go right. Saving Cornelia since it requires the least amount of gil to spend. Okay, so let me just check my stuff again. So, 99 potions, good. I have enough tents to eat a tent. I'm pretty sure I don't need any spells, so I'm just gonna get the fire or the volcano dungeon out of the way now, so I don't have to worry about it again. And then I'm probably gonna do some stat grinding so I can prepare myself for the Kraken. But yeah, we're definitely speeding through this game a lot faster than I thought we would. I mean, yeah, it's an NES game, and NES games usually take less time to beat, but still. So yeah, we can park our ship just outside the volcano. Definitely much more efficient. So we'll eat a tent here so we can just respawn back here. Okay, so seizure warnings for those who can't watch flashing lights. There's going to be flashing lights when we walk over lava tiles. Okay, I'm gonna need to look up the map again because I honestly don't memorize this dungeon at all. Gurgu Cave is what it's called, apparently. I'm definitely not gonna memorize that, so anyways, let's heal up. And we want to head to the right. Oh crap, Cerberus. What was Cerberus weak to again? I think it was ice attacks, right? I think it was ice attacks. Because yeah, the Cerberus is an unrunnable battle, so we definitely have to defeat Cerberus. I mean, unless it's runnable in this dungeon, but still don't want to take the chance that it's not runnable. Alright, let's heal up. Alright. Where are we? So we want to go down, left, down, left. Ah, god damn it, these guys again. So yeah, now we definitely have an efficient strategy of being able to get past Merilith and the carry now. We just essentially need to stun her with hold, and then just raise our defense with the defense option. Or no, we're not raising our defense, we're actually raising our evasion, actually. Okay, and then it's just a straight shot to the left. Once again, I apologize for flashing lights. Unfortunately, I'm not the one who made this game. Or fortunately, I'm not the one who made this game. Ignore every chest. Every chest is really not worth it. Okay, so down, right, down, right, down, right. Okay. Should be a straight shot from here. Run! Wait, we're definitely tanking more damage, so we don't really need to heal as often. Though it's still probably a good idea to heal. Okay, and then we just want to go down left. Okay, are the R giants runnable? Okay, good. So, heal up just outside of the room. So time to heal up. Now, I think I have a strategy for being able to get past Merilith slash Carrie here. Alright, so here we go. I, Carrie, will show you the force of fire, and you shall burn in its flames. Alright, so what we're going to do is use the hold spell on her in order to stun her. So yeah, she hits hard, but as long as this connects... Ineffective? Are you serious? I don't have time for you to be ineffective, game. Just work. Okay, good, good, good. Now we're going to use the defense as an item, essentially. So this will actually increase our evasion, and we can actually use this multiple times, apparently. I don't know how much it stacks, but apparently this actually stacks a crazy amount, essentially. Okay, she's still paralyzed, so we're going to just continuously use this defense to increase our evasion rate. And once she becomes unparalyzed, we're going to use our hold spell again. Shit, I haven't been keeping count how many times I've been using this. But we should be receiving less damage from her the more we use this. Unfortunately, she is weak, or not weak, resistant to most of our magical attacks. But we might actually be doing more damage. Yeah, we're doing more damage with our magical attacks, so we have to do magical attacks. Oh, looks like she got cured, so we gotta use the hold spell again. Ineffective. So yeah, now she's gonna miss more often thanks to the defense thing. Hold. Ineffective. Actually, we might actually be safe here. We might be safe just unleashing an all-out attack on her now. Oh, shit. Yeah, she can still damage us with magic attacks. So we're not completely safe from magic attacks, but we're at least safe from her physical attacks. But yeah, her physical attacks are now just completely missing. Dark, ineffective, since we have the ribbon on. Though that really only affects us when we attack physically, so we're fine. But yeah, every single time she attacks us physically, she's just missing. She's just missing. She's only really damaging us with like tier 2 magic. So yeah, we just completely cheesed this fight. Ineffective to dark. And thankfully we have the airship outside, so I'm not too concerned about running out of magic. Oh man, she's quite bulky. Ineffective. Nice. Ah, crap. Yeah, we're gonna have to start using our tier 2 magic spells, unfortunately. Because, yeah, we're only doing 2 damage with, like, our physical attacks. But, yeah, as long as she goes for physical, she is missing. And terminated. There we go, guys. We did it. We managed to cheese carry. And we did it! We freaking did it. We managed to activate the Fire Orb and defeat Carrie, so yeah. The strategy to defeat Carrie is to pretty much just cheese her with hold and just use the defense weapon to essentially increase your evasion rate until your evasion rate is like so high that she can't even attack you. We freaking did it. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. That felt so satisfying, honestly. That felt so satisfying being able to defeat her and just have her physical attacks fruitlessly try to hit us. Now, granted, she can still hit us with physical attacks because apparently whenever an attack is a critical damage, it just ignores... like, evasion entirely, apparently. I don't know if that's, like, a bug or an intentional design, but, yeah. Oh, that's all the heals we need? Nice. Now, I don't know if we even need much more money at all in this run. But there we go. We finally completed the second Fiend Dungeon. We got the airship. We got the ribbon from the cave, as well as the Opal bracelet. So now we're ready to sell our equipment. So we're pretty much going to sell... I'm pretty sure all the Opal stuff is actually useless. I think. Let me just double check before I actually commit to selling all of it. Alright, let's see. Come on, where the heck is the Opal stuff? What? Why is the Opal not appearing in the armor subsection? What the frick? Okay, this page is like straight up not working. But I'm pretty sure every single Opal equipment does not have a passive effect, so we can sell everything that is in Like's slot, as well as the helmet that I have currently equipped. Because, yeah, we're incapable of wearing this. Yeah, we're incapable of wearing this. So we're going to sell everything in the armor shop and then sell some of the weapons that we got, but we're not going to sell the ones that have passive effects. So we're going to sell the Opal helmet. Okay, and we sell everything that's in Like's inventory slot. So sell the gold. Sell that. No, I don't want to buy anything from here. There we go. Okay, have exactly what I need now in terms of weapons. I think the only thing we need to sell is like the wizard staff, because I don't think that has a passive effect. And plus, we can't equip it anyway, considering that we actually need to have the black wizard upgraded to... Shit, hold on. I didn't sell anything that I needed, right? Okay, thank God. But yeah, we want to keep the defense weapon on us, because even though we can't equip it, but it's definitely one of the best armor pieces in the game. And actually, I need to compare the mage staff and the power staff. Like, is the power staff actually really useful? Let me just see here. Okay, let me just check. Actually, the mage staff is actually even better. Yeah, the mage staff is even better. So, the power staff and the mage staff do the exact same attack power, but using the mage staff actually gives me a higher hit rate, and it also increases my my crit chance by at least 1.5%. So, yeah. We're going to equip the mage staff. So the power staff is now useless now. In fact, we can probably just sell the power staffs, considering that there's no passive effect for it. Let me just make sure that there's no passive effect for it. Yeah, we can just sell the power staff. The mage staff is the next best weapon we can use. So we'll sell the power staff. The mage staff is now our new equipped weapon. And we want the defense on us because that actually increases our evasion. So there we go. We matched it. She's the carry Merilith fight, whatever you want to call her. And now, let's see. What do we have left? Okay, we're getting closer to the next level, so I think I'll get closer to the EXP threshold of the next level, but I think I'm going to save the sunken shrine level for the next grind, or I might actually make my way to the like the other towns and actually start min-maxing there. So at level 29, we have only intelligence that goes up. Now, I did save, right? I did save. Yes, I did. You know what, I think I'll actually make at least some plot progression, just so I'm at least making progress. Because, yeah, the more efficient progress I make, the faster the rest of this run's going to be. So, yeah, in order to enter this one simple town, we gotta go, like, all the way over here for some dumb reason. Run, because these guys are not worth fighting. They will hit me like a truck. And they give crap money. Unfortunately, we're definitely going to have to use potions and not tents for this. It's just a cheaper method. But yeah, unfortunately we have to take a long, long way just to get to this one town. And we only need to get to this one town for the sake of getting some progression going. And also we actually need to get to Melmond in order to actually get something that's essential there as well. Actually, crap. Hold on. I might have made a mistake. Let me just second check myself here. Oh, yep, I made a mistake. I have to return, I have to go back to the airship. I have to go to Melmond first before I actually go and, yeah, I have to go to Melmond first before I go to that town because I have to actually learn the language first. But in order to learn the language first, I have to see a doctor that is, like, in Melmond. And yeah, I just wonder how the frick did people figure all this out without a guide? I mean, seriously. We want to go to this town first, and we have to talk to a particular NPC that is in this town. I don't know who it is, but I think he's like maybe up here, probably. A slab. This slab will lead us to solve the riddle of Lelvinish. Now listen to me. Warriors retrieve the power of the orbs. Okay, so after doing that, we actually learn the language, and we can actually talk to the NPCs in that one evasive town. And doing that, we can actually unlock access to the Mirage Tower, which is the 4th dungeon of the game. Yes, I haven't completed the 3rd dungeon of the game yet, but still making at least some bit of progression to the 4th dungeon will definitely be efficient. And once again, we gotta painfully take the long way to this damn town, and the only parking spot is like right here for some dumb reason. Do I actually want to fight these guys? Nah, just run. Right now I'm more concerned of just getting to the next town. Okay, at least these guys I know I can fight and defeat. But once again, I just need to make sure that I'm not leveling myself up by accident. Especially since it's going to be a 1 in 16 grind to get agility and vitality onto me. Nice. Okay, make sure I'm not leveling up by accident. Thankfully, I'm not. Let's eat a tent and head to town. Now that we know their language, we can speak their language. Okay. Should be able to defeat this wolf with a Fire 2 spell. Nice. Where did all my viewers go? I mean, I know some of them had to run off, but apparently I don't have much viewers. Oh well. Yeah, some of you might watch footage of this later anyway. Anyways, now we can actually speak their language, so we are, whatever they're called, so only our bravest warriors from the sky, and there she was theirs, okay. So right now we need to talk to a very specific NPC, and yeah, there's like no, inns here, so unfortunately we can't heal, but the one thing we can do is actually go all the way over here, and this is apparently where we can learn the, level 1 spell, so, or no, the level 8 spell. So this is Nuke. This is the best AoE damage attacking spell we can learn. And unfortunately, we can't learn it. So the best attacking magical move in the game, we cannot learn. We can't learn it because we have to get the Black Wizard in order to learn it. And of course, the Black Wizard is banned from the run. Okay, so we got to talk to a very specific NPC, but I forget which one it is. Here it is. So with this chime, you can enter the Mirage Tower. So there we go. So this is the only reason we ever have to enter this town. Well, we want to get the nuke spell. We can't get the nuke spell. We're incapable of getting the nuke spell. So, yeah, that sucks for us. So now we just need to get out of this area alive. There's no point of us being here anymore. Now we'll eat a tent to save. Now we just need to make our way back to our airship alive. And we really don't want to grind here. We want to at least grind in a spot where we know we can actually get the levels we need. I might actually be able to defeat these guys without leveling up. Let's just see. Good, okay. I'm able to defeat them without leveling up, so, Alright, so the next grind on the Peninsula Power will definitely level me up. So now I just need to make my way back to the ship, save in Cornelia, and then I pretty much just need to save where the Peninsula Power is, and pretty much just mid-max to the next level. But I'm probably going to do that in the next stream, unless I can coincidentally fight them. Wait, was I able to run? Wait, why can't I run? I thought these guys were runnable. They're not runnable? Are you serious? I mean, we'll kill them, I guess, just to see if we accidentally get agility and vitality, but that's definitely not going to happen. Because, yeah, level 29, which is our next level up, only intelligence is guaranteed. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be a bad grind. So it's the trolls that make me incapable of running away? Strength, intelligence, luck, yeah. Of course I get strength, but not the actual stats that I need. So we need to just avoid leveling up. Unfortunately, we're kind of screwed ourselves here, so kind of screwed ourselves into having possible encounters we can't run away from, so we just need to get back to our ship, get back to Cornelia to save, and then we just need to make our way back to the Peninsula Power so we can grind for that level. Once again, min-maxing our stats. There we go. And actually, now thinking about it, maybe instead of doing the sunken ship level, I should actually make progress in the optional dungeon for the Rat's Tail. Maybe I should actually do that next instead of the sunken ship level. Because while it's not going to be as useful, at least I can gain some equipment from it and at least gain the tail for bragging rights. And then I could always min-max to like level 30 just so I can be at least more prepared for the Kraken fight. Oh, crap. I needed to buy potions. Damn it. Whatever. I can worry about potions later. There we go. We got the chime so we can enter the Mirage Tower at any time. So now we're just going to go to the Peninsula Power. Eat ourselves a tent. And there we go. So now it's going to be a 1 in 16 chance grind of getting agility and vitality onto our Black Mage. I'm probably not going to get it in the stream, but hey, at least the next stream will be a boring stream where I try to min-max a stat onto me. But essentially, I'm going to try to get to level 29 with agility and vitality onto me, and then I'll do the optional dungeon for the Rat's Tail. And then after I get the Rat's Tail, and then get whatever items are within that said dungeon, then I'll probably do a min-max grinding to level 30, and then I'll be doing the rest of the sunken ship level. Strength. Yeah, nope. Getting some good RNG for strength, but that's not the stat I need. I mean, it's the stat I need, but not the stat I'm efficiently grinding for. But yeah, I'm glad we're making so much progress in this run. We're definitely a lot more endurable than before. And we have pretty much the best spells in the game. And we definitely still have slots for our spells to learn. And we'll definitely at least learn the remaining spells, depending on what's efficient for the remaining dungeons. But yeah, the Kraken is pretty much weak to electricity. We already have all 3 tiers of the electricity attack, so we don't need to worry about electricity anymore. It's pretty much just staying alive for whatever is remaining. So we have the ghosts that were in the dungeon that could possibly stun, or not stun me. Actually, they might be able to stun me, I don't know, but I can't run from them. They're weak to fire. I mean, I pretty much have all 3 tiers of every single elemental spell, so I'm pretty much fine. The only thing is that if I was able to get the nuke spell, which is the flare spell, then I could definitely efficiently get through the rest of the game no problem, but unfortunately we're incapable of learning that. Nope. So yeah, I'm probably not going to grind for long. I'm probably going to grind for another 15 minutes, and if the 15 minutes don't work out, I'm just gonna do the grind for the next stream. So yeah. So yeah, once again, we pretty much started off this stream not having beaten the volcano level or the ice cavern left or having access to the airship. And already we managed to beat the ice cavern, get access to the airship, get the ice 3 spell, get better armor, complete the waterfall cave, and then eventually defeat Carrie, get the stuff we need to at least do the plundering visit of the sunken shrine level. And yeah, we made a lot of progress in this stream, actually. We made a lot of progress. So yeah, the only dungeons that are actually left now, before we do the final dungeon, is pretty much, well, the optional dungeon for the Rat's Tail, which is not required to complete the game, but we're still going to do it for bragging rights, because, again, the point of doing the optional shrine near the Dragon Village is to upgrade your class. Now, we'll again, get the Rat's Tail for bragging rights, but we're not going to upgrade to the Black Mage. Okay, just run from Tyro here. Reload. So yeah, I'll probably do another 12 minutes of RNG manipulation until I eventually get the stats I need. And if I don't get the stats I need within those 12 minutes, then I'm just going to save it for the next grind. But yeah, as you can see, mid-max in agility and vitality definitely pays off. Oh shit, no, don't drink. Mid-max in agility and vitality definitely pays off in this run. As long as we're increasing vitality, we are increasing our HP. And while the HP increase is random, at least it's still going up. Yeah, intelligence, nope, reset. Ah, boy. I hate it when I have to face up against the giants because it takes like 3 turns to take them down. It wouldn't be such a big deal if I was able to learn the nuke spell, but I can't. But yeah, unfortunately, even after we complete the remaining dungeons left before the final dungeon, we're going to have to mid-max all the way to level 50. Well, thankfully, we're a little more than halfway there, but since we need more EXP to level up, and even, you know, the zombie Minotaur fights are going to be, you know, not a reliable source of grinding in due time, it's going to be pretty hellish getting to level 50, but yeah, we definitely have to get to level 50 if we're going to stand a chance in the final dungeon. While we might be able to do like the remaining dungeons while being maybe under level 40, we definitely need to be level 50 for the final dungeon. There's no questions about it. And yeah, with the defense armor, we now have a way of increasing our physical evasion. And since our evasion is ridiculously high as is, yeah, we have pretty much a very powerful way of getting past hard-hitting enemies. God darn it. One thing's for sure is that I need some sort of meal after this. Da 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 da. Oh boy, okay. Anyways, sorry, I was just reading something. Okay, intelligence, nope. Once again, I don't care much about strength. I mean, I do care about strength, but the only stats I want to level up is agility and vitality. And yeah, I think pretty much everybody who was watching me is now pretty much left. Gosh darn it. But hey, at least you guys can watch the stream and see how I was able to defeat Merilith / Carrie. But yeah, I really did complete a lot in this stream. So yeah, the next stream we'll definitely be doing the optional dungeon for the Rat's Tail, and then after that we'll probably grind to at least level 30 before we complete the Sunken Shrine level, and then we're going to do a plundering visit within the Mirage Tower, and then probably do another plundering visit within the Floating Castle, and then escape. Because yeah, there is definitely a bit of RNG and some luck when it comes to get into, actually not necessarily RNG, but there is a chance that we could probably get insta-killed on our way to the 4th Fiend fight because of a very, very evasive fight that we have against Warmech. We have to be careful not to get a fight against Warmech because Warmech is going to be extremely problematic. But yeah, as long as we have the ribbon on us, we definitely have a high chance of not getting stun locked. But that doesn't mean we can't get stunned. That's the unfortunate thing. I don't know what the percentage is with the resistance. I think it's like a 50%, which is better than nothing, but unfortunately it doesn't mean we're not going to get nothing. Agility, intelligence, vitality. There we go. We got the stats. Frick yes. Okay, we did it. We got the agility and vitality that we needed. Now we can just return back to Cornelia, stock up on potions, and then we're gonna make our way to the optional dungeon of the game where we get the Rat's Tail. But we're probably gonna save it for the next. Yeah, I'm gonna save it for the next stream. So I'm not gonna get the Rat's Tail in the stream. I'll save it for the next stream when we go inside the optional dungeon for the Rat's Tail. We're gonna fully stock back up on potions until we're 99 potions. You can't carry anymore. Oh, why not? Okay, so there we go. We got 55 tents. That's definitely more than enough for us. Probably don't need any more pures or anything, so we're gonna save at the inn, and we're just... I don't know if we should make our way towards the castle now. You know, I have time. I'll make my way towards the castle, and then once I save outside of the castle, that will be the end of the stream. I just want to at least make progress so I can at least get there, because one thing's for sure is that once I'm in this dungeon, I have to use a map if I want to officially get to where I need to go without losing my way, because this optional dungeon is a bit of a labyrinth. So yeah, here we go. This is the optional dungeon that we need to enter right here. I forget what it's called, but I'll definitely make sure I correct it in the script. So yeah, in terms of where we can park ourselves. Actually, I just realized this is connected to the ocean. We could probably have come here like a long time ago. Yeah, well. Anyways, we need to find a place to park our ship. Unfortunately, it seems like the best place is like right here. Gosh darn it. Okay. So just run from every encounter until we eventually get to the place. Eat some tents to restore back to full, and we should be good. Run! Holy crap, these guys hit hard. Actually, it's probably not a big deal if I actually have some potions here. It's probably not a big deal if I have some potions, because I'm not really, I'm probably not going to be entering that much battles anyway within this optional dungeon. And oh my god! Can I stop getting enemies that hit me hard? Oh, we got a different variation of the iguana, I see. A variation that I can still run away from. How sad. Yeah, not these Catmans again. And of course, these Catmans have a chance of poisoning me because, yeah, I want this run to be longer than it already is. Cross. And here we go. We made it down to the palace. And there we go. We made it to the optional dungeon of the game. So this optional dungeon is pretty much essential if we want to get the Rat's Tail and do the class upgrade, which is not going to be useful for us in this run because we're not going to be... Well, I mean, it's useful. It's just we're making it a rule to stick with our starting class of the game. So there we go, we'll eat a tent. And there you go. So we're saved just outside of the optional dungeon. So in the next stream, we'll be taking on this optional dungeon. So, possession of the crown is required to test your courage. Take it to the royal throne and bring back proof of your courage. Good luck. So there we go. So now the point of this dungeon is to get the Rat's Tail, and we're also going to pick up some useful equipment on the way. But yeah, this is a completely optional dungeon, and this dungeon is not required, and it's only required just so you can get the Rat's Tail, so you can do the class upgrades. But since class upgrading is, well, against the rules of our run, we're not going to do that. So yeah, we're at level 29 now, so what we're going to do is that in the next stream, we'll complete this optional dungeon. And after that, it's pretty much just... Actually, let me just reset. So there you go, guys. We did it. We got 2 out of 4 orbs activated. We only have this optional dungeon left, along with the second half of the Sunken Shrine, along with whatever's in the Mirage Tower and the Floating Castle. And I'll make sure to do research to see if there's any chest that is worth getting and keeping onto my Black Mage, because at this point we now have pieces of armor and weapons that we can use as passive options, and we definitely want to use the passive options that gives our Black Mage either healing potential or any white magic potential. Essentially, any white magic potential will definitely help even the odds and increase our odds of being able to get through this run as efficiently as possible. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next stream when I hopefully get through the entire optional dungeon and get the Rat's Tail in no problem. Then we'll do a grind to level 30, and then we're going to complete the Sunken Shrine, and then pretty much just make our way to the Mirage Tower. And then once we complete the Mirage Tower and Floating Castle, Then it's just a long and tedious grind to level 50 before we complete the final dungeon. So we're definitely getting closer to the end of this run. We're definitely more than halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Okay, anyways, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Au revoir, adios, goodbye, and you all have a great day.